everybody, welcome to Brave Yet Stupid, a role-playing game podcast. I'm your game master and host, James. We have new crew today. We're meeting every other Friday from now on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have a whole new slew of players to throw at you from here on out. Nothing against the old crew, we just had to change days and they couldn't make it. So we have all new players. Some of them have never played Dungeons & Dragons before or any role-playing game before. So I've got my work cut out with me. If you know anything about running for new players, you know it's the most stressful thing a game master can do because you're like, please like my hobby. Please stay, keep playing. So anyway.
She brought a cape. I think she's in.
Yeah. We've got a cape and a recorder.
Yeah, exactly.
I think she's staying.
I think she's good. All right, so we'll go through the whole thing, and everybody say a little piece about yourself if you don't mind. If you just want to say, hey, that's fine too. So we'll start with Anthony.
Hey.
Cool.
Short and sweet.
Anthony's a pretty experienced role-playing gamer. We have just met. I've just met everybody at this table except for Kenny and Michael. So, and Liz. I know Liz a little bit. So, everybody's new. So Sam is next to Anthony. She's barely on the screen, but we don't have that many cameras. So Sam, say hi.
My sister was calling me.
Sorry, that's Sam. Liz has role-played a couple of times. This is like her first major campaign that she's joining.
Things keep going wrong every time I try to start a campaign. I'll get like 2 days in, and like something will come up, and I'm like, what the hell?
Well, I promise that won't happen with our podcast. So. Kenny, you might recognize him from our sister podcast, Move to Combat.
Yeah.
Is also a role-playing gamer, so he's here hanging out with me again. 2 days. 2 times in a week might be too much.
I live here now.
And to make things extra confusing, we have Mike and Michael sitting next to each other. And I kind of did that intentionally to be funny.
Just refer to them as the M&Ms.
No.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I won't complain.
Mike never complains.
Michael's an old friend of mine. He's one of the game designers for the Vine Rank game that we ran on the previous episode of the podcast, if you guys recall that. He is also an experienced game master and player, so he'll be judging my every move. No, I'm just joking. And Mike, you're pretty new to role-playing games, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's everybody in a nutshell. Without further ado, we're going to get going. Of course, if you have comments throughout the show, feel free to make them, and I will read some of them live on the air. Please keep them constructive or destructive if you think I'm doing something stupid, which makes me happy, because it's Brave Yet Stupid, after all. But please don't insult our players, which no one ever has. But you know how Ty is when he watches the stream.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Ty's kind of a meme lord.
Yeah. All right. So when we last left off on an episode you guys didn't see, this is a desert campaign. I call it my dragon campaign. Everybody's roaming through the desert trying to reach the city of Iram of the Pillars, which is also known as the Atlantis of the Sands, because they're all refugees from dragons that have taken root all across the world and destroyed various homelands, and they're trying to find a new place to live. And the only untouched area in the world is the desert, because the blue dragon Azrak has not revealed himself yet. So, when we last left off, we were heading towards Iram, and suddenly we're there!
Nice. Quick trip. I mean, great.
After a journey of several days through the hot desert sun and freezing desert night, you have arrived at the last of the outskirts of the city of Iram, the largest city on this continent, if not the world. Minarets and tall brick walls emblazoned in lapis lazuli stretch for miles, making it so the very horizon appears as nothing but the city. Vast oases flow in and out of the city, giving it ample water in an otherwise inhospitable environment. The lifeless sand dunes soon give way to tall trees and soft grass. You can feel the cool mist accompanying vast pools of fresh water. These cisterns are the reason Iram is known as the Atlantis of the Sands. Before you can get your bearings in the light of the moon, you see what you first assume are campfires in the vast tent city circling Iram. The refugees make their home here outside the walls, for the city is already too populated to have them. However, these campfires soon appear wider and brighter, burning larger than expected. It is clear the tent city is on fire. Denizens of the tent city cry for help, but the city guard station is so far away inside the gates. Who will help them? Will you? And go.
It wasn't me.
Sure.
Alright, so there's fires burning everywhere in the tent city. People are screaming, running left and right. What are you guys going to do? I need an action from each one of you.
What can we do?
I can create 20 gallons of water.
I can breathe ice.
The entire tent city's on fire.
Yeah,
20
nice.
gallons of water!
Alright,
And
so,
ice.
I could
You
also
two
make
are
it
gonna-
rain in like 2 30-foot cubes.
so you guys are going to help try to fight the fire itself.
I'm not sure if it'll help, depending on the size.
That's alright, that's alright. Roll a d20 just for luck reasons.
For luck,
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
flat roll.
just flat roll.
10.
10?
I have just.
What'd you get? 2. 2? That's not a 1. That's all that matters.
Yep.
They're against me already.
So your ice breath barely does anything, but luckily, sorry, I have your names written down here. Theron, Kenny's character, Theron, showers some water on it and puts part of the fire out. What is everybody else going to do?
Try to start helping save people, get them away from the fires and whatnot.
Alright, so you're going to try to do medic, recon, firefighter, like grab people, take them out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I'm still useless. I'm gonna play my recorder for the survivors.
Are we all together? Are we all together?
Yeah. You're just going to try to boost morale with your recorder?
I'm going to tell our paladin friend.
Inspires me.
I'm going to tell our paladin friend to bring anybody that seems like they're in critical condition to me, because I can just
Okay.
stabilize them.
Okay.
Other than people, what is there any kind of like?
There's some animals running around that need help.
Save them.
Alright, you're
Save
going to
them
help the
now.
camels that are running. One of them's on fire. You're going to try to pat it out.
No, I'm gonna just jump right on top. I'm gonna jump at the camel and like smother the flames with my body.
Alright,
Save the fucking animals.
you take a fire damage with the rain though, but you smother the flames.
What is the fire damage?
You don't have to write it down.
Okay.
It won't matter, but I'm just saying.
All right, so
That's fair.
I think would I be able to like ray of frost the fire?
Yes!
Okay, I'll try and do that.
Alright.
What do you need me to roll?
Just roll 20 for effectiveness, just for luck roll.
I don't care about the people.
14.
I only care about
14. Wow, your massive ice beams are surprisingly effective.
All right.
You're just like choo choo choo, and the fires are just. All right. So the fires die down. The people are rescued, and some of the witnesses of the fire are sitting there, trying to recover. Would you like to talk to anyone?
As I'm performing first aid on survivors, for each survivor, I'm just gonna make small talk, like, how did this happen?
All right.
What do they see?
A dwarven refugee named Georg of Irontown says, "I was badly burned even though I ran from the fires. They seemed to follow me. It's hard to explain. I have never seen anything like it before, and I've worked around plenty of forge and flame. No, it wasn't torches, you see. The fires seemed alive."
I know it was Georg. What was his name?
Yes.
Gay work. Gotcha.
We're very educated in our jokes here at Premium Students.
So mature. We're so fucking mature. It's beautiful, really.
So there's other witnesses as well you can talk to. One of them approaches you.
Oh god, no.
Katie
I'm
is
fucking
Sam's
useless.
character.
Sorry.
It's an elderly human. She's named Shaheen, and she says, "None will believe me. It was the devils. They have returned from the other side to bedevil us all. The Sultan must be warned."
Oh, we're in Aladdin.
Yeah.
What part of
Prince
the
Ali,
Moss
fabulous
in Desert Town?
Wow.
And minarets.
I just watched Aladdin the other day too.
Wow.
They have there's minarets. We are definitely in Aladdin, dude.
Princess Jasmine with live action tiger. No, I'm just joking.
There's a baby tiger.
What were you saying? What were you saying, Anthony? You said you were going to do something?
Oh, I didn't say I was doing
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Like,
Alright, so there's a crazy elderly human that's like saying that it's literally devilry that caused the fire. You just look at her like she's
what
crazy.
the fuck? Like, don't look at me.
I like that reaction.
Would anybody like to talk to anyone else?
Are there
There's a bunch of witnesses.
I don't like adults?
Does anybody seem a little more compelling?
That's
No one else.
That's a creepy sentence. Are there kids to talk to? Because they tend to get like cooler, but like more obscure, but better in.
There's a young Kenku refugee.
Okay.
He's not a kid, but he's younger. He's like 17.
And not as imaginative age, but all right.
He says his name is Blackwing. Kenku are bird people.
That makes sense.
He goes, I didn't see anything in particular, but be warned. The people of the tent city are fools and quick to anger. Why, did you hear there's someone claiming the Sultan himself is behind this? How foolish. If the Sultan wanted anyone dead, surely his assassins would do a less sloppy job. Or he could simply close the doors of the city and starve us out. Sultan Faisal has been nothing but kind to us. Since there is more behind these rumors, but I wouldn't look into it if I were you. There have been many disappearances lately.
I'm good at disappearing. That's like part of what I do. I'll look into it.
Okay.
I say in my head. not to this
Is there any,
crazy.
like, I know they're like all like
conspiracy
poor people
theory
here
kids.
because they're living in a tent city, but is there any people that look a little more
Yes. There's
poor than
a
poor?
He's like, how do I say that?
there's a half-elven magistrate named Mustafa that appears to be a person that lives inside of the city who got caught up in this.
Okay.
He's wearing a fine robe. Do you want to talk to him?
Sure, why not?
I was asleep when the fire happened, but when I awoke it seemed to come from everywhere, like it erupted all at once. I'm a light sleeper, you see, and even the simplest rustling or cry for help would have woken me. Of that I am sure.
Everyone was crying for help when I got here. Why weren't you helping?
He was.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yes. He did what he could. He didn't want to get his soaked robes burned too much.
Boo-hoo.
Well, I walk past him and I like hardly brush into his shoulder, like a shove kind of thing with mine, and I just walk off.
He coughs. Watch where you're going, good sir.
How rich is this man? Can we eat him? Eat the rich.
Well, you do have a dragon with you, so
Since you look wise and distinguished, a human shopkeeper named Ibrahim approaches you, Michael.
Okay.
He says, I saw them, I swear. Something moving between the tents with fire, like lighting the fires with torches. This was no accident. Some of the tent city believe the palace is trying to thin our numbers. Well, you can count me as a believer.
What did they look like exactly?
He describes a vague description of a person with a torch that anyone could make.
Just a regular person with a torch, or
When you ask him again, the details change. He appears to be in shock.
right? Very well. I will take this information into consideration. Thank you for letting me know.
Cool. Seeing that you're an outsider, Alfonso Forte, a human refugee who is like a swashbuckler, approaches you. And he grabs your shoulder and he goes, "The Sultan has sent death upon us! First he attacked the granary with fire, next the bats near the well. Finally he has burned the tent city itself. None other can be to blame. To argue otherwise is foolish. This is a systematic removal to a siege I myself once perpetrated in the army back home. Make no mistake, the Sultan has sought to end us all, but do not speak of it out in the open. His assassins are everywhere."
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Okay.
Scream this in the open.
Yes.
I'm gonna
In my face! I don't like this!
I'm gonna very quietly just place a hand on Kilgore and walk past him.
Before or after after he punches the guy.
He said he's punching. I'm letting him roll attack.
Okay.
Oh god, the last time this happened, he killed someone.
18.
18. Knock the fuck out.
Yeah, that's what you get.
I'll just with my hand on my forehead, just shaking my head. I'll walk over and make sure he's not dead,
He's not dead. He's got a broken nose for sure.
and then kind of pull him out of the middle of the crowd because he would just kind of walk on it.
I don't like
How long
it.
till
Look
the
at my
actions
face,
and
okay?
he started looting his
So,
body?
to recap, Ibrahim thinks that someone with torches lighted the fire. Mustafa claims that the fire erupted all at once and didn't start from one specific location. Shaheen claims it was the devils that did it. Georg said that he was badly burned, but the fires seemed to follow him rather than actually burn in a normal pattern, and he claims to have experience to prove that. Blackwing thinks that somebody's trying to do this to spread rumors about the Sultan, and Alfonso thinks the Sultan is behind it. So those are the only witnesses that are around that are talking. Everybody else is just trying to gather their bearings.
Is this the
One
city
guy
that I'm
knocked
from?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's the city that you're assigned to go to.
Okay.
Your order has asked you to go here.
So I've never been here before.
No, you've never been
Okay,
here.
okay.
I mean,
Multiple people with multiple torches.
I assume we're all.
If you know my game mastering, you know it's never that simple.
Probably not.
I assume we're all gonna combine our information.
Yes.
Obviously.
Guy yelled at my face. I punched him.
Did you say anything important?
No. I wasn't paying attention.
I think we all heard what he was doing. The Sultan did it. The Sultan did it. I was over here and I heard him.
I mean, I talked to this teenager who was super into the Sultan, it seemed. But I mean, teenagers.
Okay.
Wouldn't they not like the Sultan? Teenage angst.
Well, if it's Aladdin, it's gonna be the Sultan's right-hand man.
When do you guys see what the Sultan's right-hand man is? That's all I gotta say.
Oh!
Is it a man made entirely of right hands?
Yes, exactly.
Does he have a parrot?
It's only got one hand.
His name's Right Hand.
Are you guys gonna do anything with this information?
There's not much we can do at this point.
So, Georg thought the fire was following.
Georg.
Yes.
Someone thought the Sultan did it. Someone thought someone's trying to frame the Sultan. But it matches in tactics with that the city is used for sieges.
Alfonso Gaforte claims, the guy he knocked out, claims that he's used this strategy before.
Okay, to lay siege.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a well-known tactic. If they've done it
To
before.
use fire is a well-known siege tactic.
Yeah. Well, that specific
That's
tactic,
so
in the way it was,
obvious.
in the way it was employed,
Yes.
is well known because
It's
it's
so
been used before
terrible.
somewhere else.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like we need to talk to the Sultan to know.
Unfortunately, only authorized people can get into the city right now because the tent city is so overflowing.
I can get there.
But yes, you can't. not at the current time of day. It's like the middle of the night right now. A local foreman who saw you guys assist and help offers you a place to stay in his vast tent.
The guy with the biggest
I'm gonna go.
Yes.
I'm gonna go.
As thanks for helping out and putting the fires out.
I'm gonna go to my friend here, who knows way more about magic than I do,
Right.
and see if these flames look weird
Or at least dead.
or tried to look weird, like
You
the
gonna
flame
roll a
patterns.
spellcrafty checky?
Yeah. You want Arcana?
Arcana, please.
I'm gonna natural 20. So
They are
total
natural
of
flames.
25.
They are natural flames with beyond any doubt. They're not magical in origin. However, the burn patterns do match what Georg was saying. The fire seemed to move of its own volition.
Maybe spellcaster.
In a way that no person with a torch would sanely do.
I want to go.
Maybe a control flame spell or something like that.
He said sanely,
Maybe.
and he
Yes.
emphasized sanely.
Yes.
Well, moving a
Well,
torch.
you burn to death if you try to do what they were doing.
Okay.
Right.
But if you're able to control flames from a
As
distance,
sane as I am.
Um,
I'm not saying.
I would
Your
like.
character doesn't know that, they're not a wizard.
well, I'm just floating the possibility.
Yeah.
Woo!
Metagame pigeon. Woo.
I tried not to. I'm sorry.
Right.
Is that like permanently exhausted pigeon?
Yeah.
Because I am that.
I want to go to Georg himself.
Okay. He's burned on one half of his face and his arm, and another cleric is tending to him. He seems really injured, but he's bearing through it.
Okay. So you say you've had experience with this before?
I was a forge master in Irontown.
And you've had experience with flames following you?
Never before in my life have I seen fire like this. And it wasn't magical fire either. I've seen that. I've made weapons that make it.
I want one of those.
Right?
What do you think it was?
Yes. If you think me mad, I think it was a fire ghost. That's what he says to you.
How drunk is this guy?
He's just in a lot of pain.
Alright.
How high is this guy?
Not high.
High on adrenaline and pain.
I have heard ghosts can set flames with their will. Some of them, anyway. You might want to roll a religion check to verify that.
Yeah. I'm gonna give myself some guidance.
Okay.
So that's a 19.
Folktales, nothing more. As far as you know.
Okay.
Alright. So, I'm gonna just leave. And after we step away for a while, I'm beginning to think that most of the information from the people, or most of the information we've gathered from these people, they don't seem to be great sources of information.
Entirely coherent.
Like, some of them are delirious, some of them are perhaps too young to know what's going on.
Shock or
In shock.
Yeah. But the flames were weird, so
If you ask me, I'm entirely up to believe that probably none of these things, that these are just all their rationalities. You know what I mean?
I think they all rationalized it in a different way.
Right.
I'm thinking that we should talk to some of the people that were fighting the fire, get their opinion on what actually was going on.
Or the people that were burned.
They were summoned. The fire brigade was summoned far too late to deal with the fire.
Okay.
They came all the way from the guard station, and by the time they got there, you guys had already finished it off.
Okay.
I have two questions. One,
Yes.
is the fire out now?
Yes.
Okay. And two, would there have been any guards or anyone watching this tent?
There's too few guards to monitor the entire tent city. It's been relegated to foremen that take care of quadrants, and the foreman that is in charge of this area is giving you shelter and is trying for the time being.
Is there any fatalities?
Would
Yes, about 20 people died.
Were they all in a specific
We're gonna
area?
go
No.
assist with the funerals for that.
Okay. That'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ironically, they're going to be burned.
Wow. How'd you die?
Ironically,
I was burned
burned
alive.
victims
How'd they
were
take care of your remains?
Hey,
Same thing.
They finished
Left
the
me in
job.
there.
Would anybody like to do anything else this night?
I would like to do two things, if
Sure.
possible. I would like to ask the foreman whether or not he saw it when it's he or anyone with him saw it when it started.
The foreman claims to have been smoking his pipe while outside while it started, and he said he saw it start from 4 places simultaneously. And then it seemed to move of its own volition.
So
In
it's
a-
coordinated.
In a pattern?
In a pattern, again, he iterates, like in a pattern that would have burned someone to death if they took it.
He's
What if-
watching this from a tower? Or
From his tent,
Um,
which is slightly elevated on a dune above
Wait,
above
wait,
the
wait.
tents.
I have an idea.
yeah.
I think the area of the like there's no one else in the area that's been burned, right?
No.
It's all just remains.
Well, according to the Kenku contact you ran into earlier,
Mhm.
the baths have been set on fire once, and so is the granary.
The
Before
granary
you guys
and the
arrived.
baths.
Yeah,
were on fire.
not this night, but previous nights past.
Okay.
Matching the same
I
description.
I'm thinking we should investigate the area, like the area that the fire was set in,
Mhm.
to see if there were any like inflammatory substances thrown around.
How does one set a bath on fire?
Right.
You wonder.
One thing
By
I
adding
would like,
oils.
There was no evidence of oil, apparently, from what the foreman tells you.
one thing I would like to do. Do I still have my familiar?
Yes.
Right. I would like to send that up 60 feet into the air and just through its eyes look down and see if there's like some
Roll a
kind of pattern.
perception check.
Oh, sorry. Okay. 14.
14. You can't tie them all together. You suspect there's something that ties them all together, but you can't place it.
Do they like all come together, or like is it like kind of just everywhere?
Give me another perception check. I'll let you try it again.
Guidance.
Okay, so that's what
And
it
a
is.
D4. Yep.
I'll let you try it again. Just spending time doing it.
Oh, that D4 is not really gonna help. Yeah, even worse.
You give up with frustration.
My brain, it hurts.
Yep.
So the flames started in 4 different places simultaneously and then met in the center.
Yes.
What's in the center?
Yep.
You go to the center of the charred out remains, and you see a manhole cover for the sewers.
Mmm. There we go. Okay, bro.
My entrance.
Ask the
The
foreman.
manhole cover is melted through
Like melted through with a substance.
to slag.
Oh, okay.
Something very hot.
I know I'm that
The
good.
fire did
I
not
can't-
originate from the manhole cover; it ended at the manhole cover.
Right.
Can we see the bottom?
The sewers.
Oh, anywhere else?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's enough evidence for me to tell that something went, whatever or whoever started these fires went down here.
Well, if they went into the sewers, then it's their main mode of transportation, right?
Right.
So maybe just have the foreman put guards around the sewer, like man covers,
Okay.
to see if anything pops up for tonight, and then we just rest, I guess.
He agrees with your assessment, and will do so in the morning. Is that everything everyone's doing this evening?
Do we want to maybe
Post the guard because there's no there.
check in there?
If you maybe, I have no idea. What do you guys think?
Huh? I've just been wandering around. What's going on?
Let's go in the sewers. Let's do it.
So
That song stuck in my head.
the fire started in 4 different spots and then ended at a manhole that got melted through.
Not that.
Okay.
I've been paying attention. Sort of. Not really.
Let's go down there.
One for going down there, and 2 for going
okay.
down there. All right, we're going down.
She agreed with me? What?
You go down there, and
Gotta keep you on your toes.
the grate to connect between the two solar locations and move have been fused shut to slag. so you can't follow.
I try to kick it. No.
Yeah, roll strength check. It's solid iron.
Guidance.
Still can try. Okay.
Still can try.
Plus. Do you want athletics or just strength?
Strength.
So that's gonna be +3.
So 7.
Athletics too, sorry.
Oh, okay. So that's 15 plus 3. 19.
19. It kicks open.
Nice.
I
I
stand
did a
impressed.
I did a thing.
Yay, guidance.
Who's this?
Oh, that's my knee.
Yeah.
You follow. The sewers are ancient and old, older than the actual city itself, and lead to underground catacombs. You reach a vast cistern after traveling about an hour, and I'm not exaggerating, about an hour, and it splits off into 16 different directions.
16?
16, 4 in each level, 4 levels up.
Okay. Are there any rocks on the floor?
Yes, it's bone dry down here.
Cool. I'm gonna pick up a rock and then scrape it against one of the tunnels that we decided to use.
Okay.
Why don't we split up?
Why don't we not?
That's a good
Don't
idea.
you know you never split the party?
There's a whole song.
The game master smiles widely. Sure, split the party up. This will be the fastest campaign ever.
As the paladin,
That
I don't
was a
like her, but I want her with me still.
That was a joke.
That's
why I smart.
While you guys are wandering around,
I
you
do.
hear a voice.
I'm gonna cast light.
You hear a voice. Hey! What are you doing in my neck of the woods? And you look up and you see a bandit sharpening his knife with his teeth.
Wait, is he
He
sharpening
spins
his
it around in
teeth
his
or?
hand.
Wait.
He's picking at his teeth with his knife.
Oh,
No, okay, that
he's
makes
sharpening his knife with those really sharp teeth.
He's got razor sharp fangs. Because he is a black dragonborn.
Of course.
Makes sense.
What do you want? You're in my neck of the woods now, laddie.
He's a pirate.
Is he a pirate?
He's just a brigand.
Okay, good. It still would have been very bad if he was a pirate.
What are we doing in this place? I forget.
What are you doing in
They're
Canada?
trying to trail the people that whoever burned the
I
thing.
know.
Oh, okay.
We're looking for treasure.
Buried treasure.
I just like dark tunnels.
Well, I can tell you I saw something bright and fiery leave through here, but I went through all the tunnels that I can see, except for mine, of course. They know better than the mess with Jared the Black. And he stabs in the air several times.
Can I just do an insight check on this guy?
Sure.
Oh.
If I roll my eyes any harder at this guy, they're going to fall out.
Yeah, that's like a 6.
You don't know anything about
Do
him.
silver dragons like black dragons?
No.
Well,
Black dragons are evil.
well,
By and large, anyway.
He's a brigand with sharp teeth.
I
Like,
did.
yeah.
Give me a perception check since you're examining him.
what do I roll for that?
Just a d20.
D20? Yeah, and your perception score.
Perception.
Perception.
Plus 2. So,
What'd you get?
15.
He reeks of opium.
Can I do a perception check on the drug addict?
He reeks of opium.
Is that the only thing?
Yeah, he's got a whole stash behind him, and he literally just put down a pipe.
Can
His
I
eyes are like glazed over like crazy.
Feel it?
Roll a stealth check. Sneak behind him.
17.
Well, that's right. I have to roll a perception check to see these. I'm like, what am I doing?
Expertise.
Yeah, he got a -1. So
Mine
The
now.
drug addict is horrible. You have to mow.
He's high on opium. No wonder he can't see.
Why do you think I'm stealing from it?
all right, you
Where
steal,
does Squirrely
you steal his
Willy go?
entire. He's got a small treasure box that's ornately plated with copper,
Stab him with his own
and you
opium.
steal it, and it's probably got 500 gold worth of opium in it.
Guys, I have a new career.
What's in the box?
which box?
Our future of the group.
What's in the box?
My next career.
A highly illegal substance in a lawful good town.
What's in the box?
Something you don't need to worry about
you
because I'll
don't-
sell it as soon as I can.
Alright.
To unsuspecting teenagers.
What?
Nothing, not a thing.
You want to do something cool?
Hey kid, I'm a rogue, you can trust me.
He,
I eye the rogue warily and walk away.
I'll give everybody else an insight check on him to see if he's lying. So you're gonna roll insight too.
That's a lot better.
13.
Kenny, you don't get another one. You already tried.
Oh,
Right.
dang it.
14.
22.
14.
He's telling the truth.
So it's
Fuck.
0.
No,
He's
no,
too
zero.
high to
No,
really
no,
give a
no,
shit.
I forgot what he was talking about, I just wanted to steal from him.
He said that there were 13 other like really hot creatures that came through the pipes with bright lights and
13?
left.
Oh,
Yes,
wait.
one for each tunnel that you could go down.
You guys didn't immediately trust the drug addict about the flaming hot, like, creatures? Like, seriously, guys.
No, you shouldn't have. But he's telling the truth.
I would always trust a drug addict.
Well,
if
I
it was
should
Why
have
did
phrased
they fail to
it.
avoid
He
that?
thinks he's telling the truth.
Why did they
So he
avoid
could be crazy, or it'd be.
Hi,
it'd be
I believe him either way.
Right.
I got a 15, if that matters.
15. He thinks he's telling the truth.
Can you tell us which tunnel he went down? They all came from? 'Cause
Why
he
did
said
they
they
avoid
all
his?
went down different tunnels.
Yeah, he said they went all down different tunnels.
But what did they all arrive to the same one?
They all arrived to the same one. He said.
Can you identify which one?
The one you guys came from.
That's a start.
But why did they avoid your
So at this point, there's
Well, it's because everybody knows if anybody comes near Jack the Black's tunnel, they get stabbed in the eye.
what's down the tunnel?
Are you sure you don't need any help?
So is that a gilded
It's like,
top
I am
box?
fine.
I'm pretty sure he
And one of his teeth falls out when he says it.
Alright,
I want to keep it. Can I keep it?
Okay.
two things.
I'm just
Random Dragonborn tooth.
I'm just gonna write like druggy den or whatever on the entrance.
Okay.
Okay, two things. Black dragons,
Yes.
to everybody, are universally known as being evil.
Yes, they are.
Okay. How deep's the cistern?
Keep in mind, he's a dragon born, though.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he could be a different alignment, but by and large, they're evil. How far down does the cistern go?
Mhm.
You can't see to the bottom.
Okay, I push it in.
Roll a strength check. He will oppose you.
What did he ever do to you, bro?
He's
21.
Yeah, this doesn't seem right.
21.
I'm not normally the one to be like
He
the
grapples
good
you and
guy.
throws you down into the cistern. You fall.
Awesome!
Oh.
That's
Splash!
ha.
Haha!
You hit the ground with a tremendous impact. Even though it's water, you fall so far, you take 6 points of damage.
Nice. Okay.
Because water is like cement.
You think something broke, but you're not sure exactly what.
Probably a rib.
I would like to take, at this point, take like a loose stone or something, cast light on it, and throw it down into the cistern and see how far down it goes.
It goes down about 100 feet, and then it hits the water, and it keeps going down. Down, 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 down.
And as it's going down, do I see him at all?
Yes, you see him.
Okay.
He looks injured. There is a ladder.
Well,
I mean,
I guess
I'm gonna cast lay on hands on myself and climb out.
Alright, roll a strength check, strength athletics check.
20.
Alright, you make it up, and it takes you about 15 minutes, but you make it back up. Jack the Black is about ready to stab you. What was the big idea?
Sorry,
That's what you get.
Whoa,
Try to
Skiddly.
throw me down my own watering hole.
Whoa there, Skiddly Boop Boop. I think you're okay. Here, do you want some
roll-
opium?
Roll a. Why, yes, I do. He is like, how much?
I'll give you a deal because I like you. 50 gold.
He pays you 50 gold for his own opium.
And it's just like, wow, I just got this much exactly. From some other guy.
Back to him, stealing something.
You have 350 gold remaining of opium.
Oh, you said more.
Ooh.
Wait, I thought
Well
it was
played.
worth. Oh, okay, never mind.
It's
Yeah.
worth 400 and you sold 50 of it.
Well played.
You said it was worth 500.
I thought it was 500? Okay, then you have 450 left.
Okay, I was like really confused for a second. I'm like, did I just really undersell it?
I forgot what I told you it was worth.
It's
the 50 back.
We can sell it again.
You can keep stealing the drugs and the money.
So we found an exploit in the game.
We found a bug in the
Rogues
game.
are
so,
Well, here's to be all the money he has.
Well, we broke the exploit, but you can still do it.
no, I can still steal it back from him, meaning I've literally lost nothing and gained 50 gold.
You gonna try to sleight of hand it from him?
Is he already smoking it?
No.
Oh.
He just took it from you. He's literally licking the package in anticipation.
He's like, I'm ready for this.
You're not sure how easy it's going to be to steal from him in plain sight when he's looking right at it.
Yeah, that's true. He's hyper-focused on that. I'm not stealing from a drug addict while he's
Okay.
looking at his stuff.
Alright,
Yeah,
so what are you guys going to do now?
I guess we take another tunnel.
Or just leave. Wait
It doesn't look like you're going to be able to catch up to them through the sewers.
Okay.
We wasted an hour getting to this point.
I didn't waste anything.
I would like
I
to
got
see if
pretty
there's
nice.
any like kind of scorch marks along any specific tunnel.
All of them except for Jack the Black's tunnel.
Maybe they're afraid of you.
You know, honestly, the thing I'm most curious about is why they didn't go down his specifically.
There's a black dragon.
They probably knew they were going.
His stops, like, I mean, it's collapsed, like, immediately
Oh,
after.
okay.
They knew where they were going.
Yeah.
He hasn't realized it.
Right.
I
Like,
know
it's like an alcove.
Right.
in his tunnel.
Okay, cool. Then that
So
answers both of my
close.
questions.
Alright.
Struggling on the sausage.
There
Problem
you go.
solved.
Now you got it.
Alright, so he's gonna head back.
He sure does.
You are with.
I think so.
Heading back is the most
Alright, it
logical
takes-
decision at this point.
It takes an hour to get back. You climb up the tunnel. The other direction is still slag closed, and you assume there's probably something similar on the other side. So, you head back up. Or is anybody else going to do anything this night?
I'm gonna polish my drug addict tooth.
Alright. Okay. It's rotten. It's
You're-
rotten in the
You're,
inside.
you're rotten opium tooth.
Yeah.
Actually, you
It's-
probably could sell that to someone. So honestly, it's
Might be a component for some crazy spell.
Exactly.
Alright, you guys go to sleep. You wake up the next day to the sound of a full-scale riot.
Yes! My favorite time of day!
Well,
Riot
You
time!
emerge from the tent to see Sultan Faisal with his entire entourage marching amongst the people, trying to hand out aid, but there's a full-scale riot trying to kill him. What do you do?
I'll inform the foreman, because he's got like...
The foreman's already out there trying to stop.
Oh, he is? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You woke up to a
Charge
full-scale
to help
riot
the
and you
Sultan.
don't think the foreman's out there already?
I don't know, he could be smoking his pipe.
I didn't
They're
sell
all
anything.
commoners that are rebelling, so you probably don't want to just like go in kill mode and
I'm not gonna
just
kill
get
him.
beside them.
I'm just gonna
But-
hold him back.
Okay, you're trying to hold them back? Alright, roll an attack roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna help him.
And give me an intimidate check afterward.
I'm gonna dance through the crowd.
So strength, so that's
Yeah.
40, so
You can
20.
try.
Okay, it was a 17.
So 17 plus 3, so 20.
20, that's a hit. Roll damage.
I don't want to hurt him. I'm just holding him back.
I'm saying you gotta roll damage for non-lethal damage.
Okay, what do I roll?
What are you using?
If he's shoving, it would be
I'm just
a
fists.
D4.
This,
D4?
1d4.
Fine.
It's the pyramid ring.
Yep, there we go.
Yep.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Plus your strength.
4.
You knock him out. Roll an intimidate check.
It'd be a D20 again.
Yep.
So that would be 19.
19. You scare 3 other commoners away with your dragonborn roar.
Arg.
You forgot the There's Arr.
What's everybody else doing?
I'm dancing through the crowd.
I'm assuming there are
Dancing
people
crowd.
that are like limping away
This
because
is
they got
fun.
trampled.
I love
Yes.
I'm
ruckus.
just gonna start trying to direct them
Okay.
out of the area.
Can I try to calm the people with my sweet recorder
Yes, you
skills?
can.
Yes, I can
Yeah!
do something.
All right.
Player
Roll
I'm not
performance check.
helpful.
I don't know which one that is.
It's the
So roll
D20.
d20
Okay.
and add your performance skill.
Alright.
Oh, you got a nat 20?
No, it's a 10.
That's
So it's
all.
10.
Hmm.
Performance skill is on charisma.
13.
So 13?
and then player recorder.
Oh, you didn't mark it.
Yeah, it's the recording.
No.
Get a
Why
sheet.
no?
If you play the recording, he might give you a bonus to it.
You can't if you
I don't
want.
even know if this thing works, okay? I don't
But either anyway, you play a patriotic song known throughout this region that spurs many of the commoners that aren't riding to help defend the Sultan. They rise up and they knock the crap out of the people that are rebelling. So I don't know if you heard all that, but
She doesn't have any of her skills, like what she's proficient in. marked
oh,
down.
okay, written down.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Alright, you are assisting in this, and then by that you are helping fix the character sheet.
Alright, yeah.
You're providing backup rollers.
Writing.
A warrior steps forward from the Sultan's entourage. He goes, I'll have the head of anyone who threatens the Sultan, and he lifts a big axe. Everyone shuts the fuck up and walks away.
Yeah.
She was trying to steal from everybody.
No, I was enjoying this perfectly
Were you
pleasant
doing
ride.
anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot.
Alright. The crowd disperses and you guys are left. And the Sultan sees all of you. He sees that you tried to help or tried to assist in some manner of speaking.
She was dancing.
And so did his assistants. And they all look you up and down and examine you for a while. The Sultan waves his hand forward to come closer. Do you acknowledge him?
Yes. I go closer.
Muhari, the captain of the guard, talks to you and says, good job. I saw what you did out there. You didn't hurt anybody, but you knocked people out. I like that. He's a half-orc. He grabs your shoulder and says, we might have work for you in the city.
I take the word.
Don't separate the party.
I have a party with me.
If you can find out who's behind these fires and who's, at least give us some information, we can help you out.
Found out they're using the sewers.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Went and saw a black dragon down there too. He was a little opium high. Yes, no.
Opium is illegal.
He had some.
I don't like things that are illegal.
Neither do I.
I'd like to smash them!
Let's go.
It's okay. We've dumped all of the opium.
You say that, and a little bell rings around you, and a man in a dark black cloak with a black turban steps forward, seemingly from the shadows, and says, "That would be a lie.
Okay, first
I am Zil, the
Yeah.
court assassin."
Thank you. Zill?
That's correct.
Is it a Z-I-L or Z-I-L-L? I just
Z-I-L.
want. Okay.
He goes, we have use for people like you. Find out who's behind these rumors. And maybe we'll overlook the felony punishable by death that you have on your person.
I don't have anything on my person except my clothes and my weapons.
He sniffs and he says, you're lying again.
I'm not currently holding the giant box of opium. I just have the tooth, which I'm keeping on me at all times because it's so cool.
Okay. He doesn't seem to mind.
Background for you.
Kaheen, the court cleric, comes to talk to you, and it thanks you for assisting those in need.
I'm sad that the riot ended.
He bows graciously to you.
I bow back, just like it just wasn't their time today.
Which gods do you serve?
Okay.
Fatima.
I see. We serve the light here, but all are welcome amongst our kind, as long as they venerate goodness and things that are important to preserving the nature of life.
Well, death is just as important as life.
Yes, I am aware of your cyclical philosophy. It won't be a problem here. Perhaps we could have more work for you in the future. Finally, Sahir, the court wizard, taps you on the shoulder. You do nothing. What is the point of that?
I like him. Can we keep him?
What do you mean I do nothing?
You had ample opportunity to help the Sultan, yet you sat there stoically observing everything. That's interesting to me.
Obviously, mine would do.
Were you waiting for the opportune moment to strike, or did you simply not care? I'm confused.
Opportune moment.
He rolls an insight check on you. You would like to see the great library.
Is that obvious?
He goes, I can smell much ink and books on you. I am very perceptive, you see.
It's his cologne. It's
He's
new.
a tabaxi of all things.
I don't know.
They're cat people.
Okay, makes sense now.
They're Khajiit.
Alright, gotcha.
Do they have wares?
Yes, he does.
You have where? You have coin.
I have coins. Lots of
Assist
coins.
these others on the quest on who is behind these rumors. You do not need to stop them. Just tell us where they're coming from. And you too could be rewarded.
Well, we already know that
They're in.
they had left into the sewers after they struck last night. But that's all we know.
But I suggest investigating the bazaar, the baths, and the slums for answers.
Why those areas specifically?
Those are the most common areas we've had problems of this sort before. We believe there is an agent of some sort working against us in the area.
We've had these.
Twice before. First was the baths, then was the granary. They seemed to attack our public health, then our food, then the people themselves.
Any idea who would stand to gain from this?
No one. The Sultan has been nothing but kind. And Sultan Faisal says, Obviously, I have not been kind and generous enough, as there are still those who do not believe my benevolent nature. I must do more to endeavor to show that our way is righteous and good. Is there anything you'd like to talk to about any of these people?
Can I roll an insight check on Sultan? See
Sure.
if he's like
Sure.
full of it. Well, it doesn't matter what I have because that's a nat 1.
The Sultan is weeping
Hey.
with like sadness that he has failed in his mission.
Okay, good to know.
I want to check him out.
Sure.
Oh, well, he's not as hot as we thought he was.
Roll an insight check.
Insight is 5.
5.
5.
You assume he's being totally wholehearted in his apology.
Oh, come on, I never assume that of anybody.
Do you mind if I roll a religion check on the cleric?
Sure.
Right. Well,
12? What are you looking for in specific?
just I figured I might have some knowledge about like what exactly they practice
The
here.
light is a lawful good deity that is believed to be a flame birthed forth from a dragon that became its own entity. The dragon being Bahamut.
Okay.
Can I run an investigation? Can I do an investigation check on the Sultan?
Sure.
Please don't suck. What the fuck? Thank you. Um. 16.
His dagger is just for show. It's merely a hilt.
And he calls himself a Sultan. Eek. Even even if you're peaceful, you can carry weapons. To keep the peace. To keep the peace.
Maybe his
The piece of the kid.
weapon that
It's
is made of
magical
steel.
You notice that his hands are full of wear, like he's worked with them in his life. And his face is weathered, as if he's explored vast regions of the desert.
We probably know something about the city.
Would anybody else like to roll insight checks or talk to any of these characters?
Can I roll another insight check?
I'm actually going to ask the cleric, assuming that the religious order is one of the oldest orders in the city.
Kaheen is the cleric, yes.
Kaheen?
Yes.
I'm going to ask Kaheen if the church happens to have a map in one of its reliquaries of the city's structure.
The city structure is something we actually don't know. You see, Iran was built on the ruins of a previous structure, and that has been lost to history.
Well, that's because I'm going to inform him about our investigation last night.
We are aware of the nature of the underbelly of the city. We just haven't explored it in full.
Okay. Well, 14 or 13 of those tunnels were used as a means of escape.
13. We don't have enough guards to search through that chasm. It's a giant labyrinth.
That sounds personal.
Well, they did leave scorch marks in all 13 of them.
I'll follow him, says Muharid.
Is that the big guy?
Is that the half?
Goes, I got it this time. You just watch everybody else up here. Make sure nobody else tries to harm the Sultan.
I got this.
And he literally jumps down a manhole and lands like 3-point stance on the ground with his axe. It's like, I'm coming for you, whoever is responsible for this.
And
Starts
a black
charging.
dragon.
Yeah.
This guy. He's entertaining.
He's gonna kill the opium addict down there.
Yeah, not Jed.
Or
Whatever.
just get killed.
Hey, I already tried.
That sounds like a personal problem now.
Was the deal after we figure this out, I get to go into the library?
Yes.
Can I run an insight check on the assassin that's like stalking me?
You don't have to stop the person. You just have to identify the source of the rumors or just get more information. And you'll be invited. I don't plan on you guys solving this in this session. Mm-hmm. It's like an ongoing problem.
I would like to incite the assassin that's apparently stalking us.
Zill?
Yes.
Sure.
Liz backwards is alright, so
It's actually Arabic for shadow.
it's also my name backwards.
I know, it's pretty interesting. So.
It fits so well. 19.
19?
Yeah.
You get the feeling he could kill you easily where you stand, but and wants you to know that, but at the same point saying he's kind of staying with his posture, wouldn't you like to be able to do that too?
Oh, you didn't see what I did to the other guy with the kidney.
There are many things you can learn from us, young Rena. You never gave him your name, yet he seems to know it.
Ethan.
Yeah, I did say he's been stalking us. I'm not surprised he knows my name. Creepy, but efficient.
Anything else anyone wants to say? Because the Sultan looks keen to head back to his palace after what just happened.
I don't want to tell off the Sultan, but I don't want anybody else to die.
You want to tell off the Sultan?
We're being stalked by an assassin who's like right near me, dude.
Okay.
I'd rather have
Why do you want to tell off the Sultan?
Because I'm an urchin background. I don't
Okay.
like rich people.
his skin is weathered, and his hands are,
Roll a history check.
yeah.
16.
16. The Sultan is an adopted urchin himself.
Okay, I don't feel so bad anymore. I completely ignored him. Just
He was adopted into his position of power by the previous Sultan, who took no wife and sired no sons.
What is he, the Prince of Persia, except without, the
Right.
son part?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, we do still need to explore those caverns.
And we also
I
know
like
what Zark and all that.
Picture!
Huh?
We have to explode the bazaar and everything too.
The bazaar, the baths, and the slums were
Yeah.
mentioned by Sahir, the court wizard.
Well, the bazaar is where the manhole is, I believe, right?
No, that's just the tent city.
Okay.
Let's go shopping, guys.
All right, heading to the bazaar. The bazaar outside the city is not nearly as grand as the one inside. Instead of large thoroughfares and open spaces, the outer bazaar is cramped and nearly unnavigable. The smell of what some would call food and others would call inedible wafts from various stalls with shifty traders looking to score their next mark.
Well, your opium comes in handy.
Opium comes in handy.
Every
I'm
day.
amongst my people.
I guess there was a fire there recently, right? So there's
I'm
like
gonna go
The
check.
bazaar was not attacked.
the bazaar was
I'm
not
gonna go
attacked.
check to
It's
see where the
just
manhole
like a
is.
place that a lot of people meet.
Okay.
Perception check.
Perception check?
Yes, that's the words I was looking for.
Roll perception check. What are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
roll?
go check to see where the manhole cover is.
Oh, for this area?
Yeah.
It has been welded shut.
I got a
Doesn't
16.
matter.
We assume the foreman's already gotten to work.
Like recently
16.
welded shut?
Huh?
Yeah, recently
Recently
welded.
welded
Yes.
shut?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, 17.
17?
17. Or, sorry, no, 16. I did sign language.
16?
16.
You see a pair of centaurs shaking down a local trader in a racketeering gig. They demand payment for protection, presumably from them.
Hey,
Are we all together? Like,
Yes.
Apparently, you're staring at like a bunch of people doing a thing.
I want to jump on the horses.
Wait, what's going on? I missed
There's
it.
centaurs.
There's a pair of centaur there racketeering. They're basically
See those
asking
centaurs
people to
over
pay
there?
protection money.
See those centaurs over
Is-
there? I want to jump on one.
Are we aware of the laws in this area or no?
There's laws all throughout the city, but there simply aren't enough guards for the tent cities. The tent
It's
cities
just not
is like
enforced.
kind of lawless
So
hellscape.
racketeering like that is
Against the law, yes.
okay.
I want to jump on their shoulders.
I mean,
Just
I'm
I want
not a
to get
fan
a
of
I
it.
want to get a
How
horse
tall are
ride.
these centaurs?
What?
How tall are they?
They're about 5.5 to 6 feet tall,
Okay.
from what you can gauge.
Like,
At the shoulder or at the head?
At the head.
okay. I want to jump on their shoulders. Just one. I
All
wanna
right,
jump on one of their-
acrobatics check, and we're starting
I was about
combat.
to tell them off and whatever.
Okay, you want to tell them off first?
Yeah, I kind of want to talk with them before Liz starts doing kickflips and stuff.
I'm not kicking them. I'm having a fun day.
Give me a history check, somebody. You're smart. Give me a history
Yeah.
check.
18.
Ooh.
Right.
Even better. 24.
Centaurs are nomads that work in tribes that travel throughout the desert. If there's two of them hanging around alone, they're outcasts, meaning they're no good, and nobody gonna miss them.
I want to jump on
So-
one's shoulders, cover his eyes, and say, guess who?
So I walk
I like
up.
it.
I got a 21, by the way.
Is one bigger than the other? About the same
Yes,
size.
one's bigger than the other.
I walk up to the bigger one
You're ruining my fun.
and I shove him and go, "What are you doing?"
He looks back and goes, "Do you have any idea who you're talking to?"
Not much. That's exactly what I'm talking to.
On Horizon's Reach, I'm the most feared motherfucker on this entire bazaar. Now, if you excuse me, before I impale you on a pike,
Good.
get out of my way.
You're the most
I'm
feared
gonna-
guy in
I'm
this
gonna-
entire-
And then you acrobatics jump on the horsey.
the most feared guy in this entire bazaar.
I
All
know.
30 feet of it.
I'm going to hug his head and say, you're my bestest friend.
Who are they harassing?
Shopkeeper.
A shopkeeper?
Yes.
Well,
If I didn't do anything, he was gonna make some
While
cow
they're
do that.
causing a conflict, I'm just gonna
I'm
like
not causing a conflict. I'm making friends.
I'm just gonna back up to
But
the
you are two
shopkeeper.
apiece, just saying.
I'm gonna back up to the shopkeeper's like, you should probably leave.
Okay, the shopkeeper's already gone.
Oh.
As soon as he saw him step up, he's like, I'm getting the hell out of here. Alright, they're pretty ruthless, man. They're pretty dangerous, just warning you.
I don't want to get in a fight with him. I want to hug his head.
Where is... Oh, that's...
He might want to get in a fight with you. Thing.
Okay. Step time!
Alright. And
Wait, are you
Anthony. What's
Yes,
your
I've landed.
what's your initiative?
Oh, sorry. That's a 20, right?
Yep. Plus your dex.
16.
16. Sam, what's your initiative? 20 plus D20 plus your dex.
I'm sorry. Oh god.
The initiative's on the
That's
very
a
top.
D20, and you're.
You didn't fill it in.
Yeah.
It's
So
your
it'd
dex
be your dex plus. Yeah, it's just your dex.
and
So it's your dex.
Plus
bar
proficiency.
plus half
Plus-
proficiency, I think.
Plus, yeah. What? No, I thought it was just your dex.
This
But
is
because
totally
she's
just
a
your dex.
bard, I think she gets.
I really don't know bards.
Oh, wait,
so I
we're
probably
level one,
don't know
That's
bards.
not. That's
Yeah.
level 1, dude.
Yep.
Yeah,
Level
you,
two
you,
makes
you,
it half,
you
yeah.
have nothing.
Just do what I said and add your dexterity.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry, my
hers
mistake.
is 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There's bonuses you get to it as you level up. You don't have any of those. He's jumping the gun.
Yes.
21.
21. Impressive.
No.
Oh, sorry.
It's just the bonus.
Oh, okay. 8.
8.
So
That's not impressive.
the person
All right.
next to me did not explain this very clearly quick enough.
Kimmy.
We got a 15.
15. Michael. Mike. Sorry.
'Cause I'm used to rolling for initiative.
5.
Yeah.
Michael.
Somehow I managed to get a 19.
19. Alright, so it goes Michael.
Beats me.
Wow, Michael went first. That never happens.
I know, right?
Centaur
He also
1.
goes last.
Anthony. Kenny.
Yay.
Help you get heals, cleric. Liz.
I do have heals.
Centaur 2.
I have exactly 2 heals.
And Mike. And
goes first, and
then Sam, then Mike. I'm sorry. Then Sam, then Mike. I knew I forgot somebody. Then Sam, then Mike. Okay, Michael, you got 2 centaurs in front of you. They are at point blank range. What are you going to do?
Keep in mind I'm on one of them.
Right.
You're not on them yet. Your combat action is to jump on them.
But you said I had landed.
Oh, okay. You are on top of one of them.
I'm like on their shoulders, man. Like,
What was your dex acrobatics check?
it was a 21.
You're on top of one of them. Okay.
I'm on their shoulders.
Because I'm right there.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is really the only thing I can do. I'm going to Ray of Frost the smaller one
Okay.
for a start.
You guys might die here. These guys are not easy to kill.
Okay.
I might have a trick.
So
Alright.
does a 24 hit.
That hits.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. I
Yeah,
might have
okay.
their HP just to make it fair for you guys. Because they are CR2.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Okay, it is his turn.
Oh.
He's not happy that somebody's on top of him. He is going to try to buck you off with an acrobatics check. Roll an acrobatics check.
I am on his shoulders, not his horse shoulders either. By the way.
That's okay. Pretty high up.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Ah. 16.
16. You are still on. That is his full action. Anthony, it's your
I'm
turn.
hugging him.
I am going to charge this guy
Okay?
and hit him with my sword.
You got it.
Which one?
Preferably the one I'm not on.
We'll I guess your turn. Oh.
The one right in front of
The
me.
one right in front
Yeah.
of you. Got it.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Nice!
Roll damage.
D8.
Is it double dice or double damage?
It's double dice, I think, in D20. It's
Yeah.
fifth. It's double dice, not double damage.
So 6, 5, and then I get plus 5 damage, so 17.
17 damage. Alright. Okay. Nice. You make a massive hit into the first centaur. Its bones crack as you slice through with your sword. And it's Kenny's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Bane on both of them.
What does that do again?
So they have to make a charisma save.
And does that affect me while I'm on one?
No.
Cool.
And
What's
if
the
they
DC?
it's a 13.
Okay. One makes it, one fails.
Okay, the one that fails, whenever he makes an attack roll or a saving throw, he rolls a d4.
for the next minute, as long as I maintain concentration, and then subtracts that roll from his roll.
Ouch. That sucks. All right. Okay. Cool.
And I'm gonna back up.
All right, Liz, your turn.
I say, bye, new friend, and stab him in the neck with my dagger.
Roll sneak attack. Roll attack and then sneak attack damage.
Pick a save.
If you hit, you get sneak attack damage.
So you're gonna roll a d20 to attack.
Yep.
Okay. Then you're gonna add your attack bonus.
Okay.
Just this one.
So,
+5, yep.
14.
I'm gonna give you advantage since you're on his back.
So you're gonna roll another die.
Okay.
Or another d20.
You're gonna roll it, take the higher result.
So the first
Yeah,
one.
14.
Okay, 14 to hit. That hits. Roll damage, and then you get a d6 for sneak attack
So you're
damage.
gonna roll both of these.
Okay.
And then add your dex.
Both of these?
Yep.
Okay. 4.
And the
Plus 3.
d6.
So,
9 plus your dex.
uh,
Oh, sorry. Just bonus right here.
I know, I was looking for it, you hit. So, 12.
12. Nice. Okay.
In the throat.
The second centaur looks at you, saw what you did when you charged, and is going to attack you, Anthony.
Sweet.
What is your character's name?
Parth, isn't it?
I haven't told you guys yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just
what does a... Where the hell is this attack bonus?
What, like the doctor?
Ooh. Does a 20 hit you?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
This is the center that passed the roll.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeesh. He does 11 piercing damage. Are you downed?
No.
Okay,
I
good.
got 1 health.
Okay, cool. Alright.
Somebody should probably heal that.
Sam, it's your turn.
I don't know what I'm doing at all.
Okay.
You can attack him. You
I'm going
can.
out one.
You can
Yeah.
sing a
Demoralize
song.
them.
You can do
You
whatever.
can do any of this stuff, or you can attack with your weapons. That's basically your only option of right now.
I don't know what I'm
Or
doing.
you can just be like, I'm going to.
If you attack with,
You can do
You
Bardic
can-
Inspiration. Let me see that book. I forgot what that actually does.
Our inspiration adds a bonus to all someone's attacks.
Basically, you could be like, hey, I'm going to sing a song, Bardic Inspiration, to help the party out.
help one of the party members.
Yeah, help one party.
Throw a concert, calm them down.
You
Who
wanna do that?
knows?
Let's do that.
It's
That
a
sounds.
DC check.
It's not. You just give them a d6.
Yeah, just give him a d6. It's so many times per day.
Okay. So do you want to do that?
Yep. We're
So,
gonna give.
should
We're
we
gonna give a
do-
d6.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. He's almost dead, so he doesn't matter. Let's get him.
I'm the one with the most health taking the aggro here. I'm
got
trying to
the
get them to
inspiration.
hit me. That was why I did that.
I would
Well,
say
I'm
Well,
having their HP so that there's challenge.
Well, no.
I
Give
still have
it
a-
to someone who actually has to make rolls. I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kenny doesn't. So one of these 3 or 4. One of these 4.
Not
Okay,
even.
well,
Not
he's gonna
even.
use it
Like.
to do something stupid.
like-
I am already on top of
He
him
has
with a
you
knife
can
in his
give it
neck.
to, it's either Liz, Mike, or me.
Okay, so I am already on top of this guy with a knife going like this.
I give it to Liz. To be
Good.
honest.
Yeah.
Liz
Okay.
is probably the best.
Because she gets sneak
And
attack.
she can add that to her damage.
Yep.
She just
Alright.
has that D6 whatever she
Now
wants.
it's me,
Attack.
right?
Yep.
Oh,
You
no,
can add to
that's
attack.
As long as
Alright.
she's attacking him.
So Sam sings a song and inspires Liz. Mike, it's your turn.
I'm gonna take out the Sissy Smasher,
Good, Sissy Smasher.
and I'm gonna charge at the one that Anthony, because Anthony looks like he's a little hurt. I'm gonna charge at that one.
Okay.
I'm
good.
not showing it. I don't care. I'm
Alright.
telling it out. Adrenaline's a hell of a drug.
Alright. Oh, yeah, rage.
You're fine.
Rage. Rage. Good call.
That's a very cool.
You're fine.
So,
No, I
roll
can't use it
that.
to do anything stupid. I don't want to use it to do
13
anything.
plus 3, so 16.
16's a hit. Roll
Yeah, it's
damage.
actually for the attack roll because you're using.
Sissy Smasher. So it's basically that.
Yeah, so it's gonna be the +5 because it's strength plus your proficiency.
With my legs.
Yep.
So
So
18.
18. 18's a hit. Roll damage.
Like, I want to
So
like,
2d6
like,
plus
yes, like, they're like.
With a 2d6 weapon? Holy
Yeah,
shit.
and it's
Okay.
a magical weapon.
Yeah.
I don't know what it
I think
does.
this
Great
is like,
sword.
1. That was
No, if it doesn't roll in the box, it doesn't count.
3, 4, so 6.
Okay, so Liz,
Or
you can
10
roll the
plus
dice,
your strength.
and then if you look at it,
No,
you
that
roll
is
it.
already
Then
added.
you roll
Oh, it's
it.
already added,
You
10
can choose
damage.
when you want to use it, by the way.
Centaur 2 dies.
Oh!
Smacked in the face.
Hey, I can only
I
make
don't
that
gotta do that when I have to do that.
Good job.
Michael, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to Ray of Frost at the other one.
Ray of Frost.
Is that the one I'm on? And am I
Yes.
That's gonna be a 19.
No.
19 hits. Roll damage. So if he
Alright.
botched, you'd get hit, but not if he
Yeah.
doesn't botch.
4.
4 damage. Every little bit of help.
Yeah.
Alright, Centaur 1 is again trying to buck you off his back because he doesn't want to get sneak attacked again because my monsters don't like to die. And he fails.
Oh.
Your turn, Anthony.
The one that you were attacking is dead.
The one
I'm
that you're
having
attacking is dead.
fun.
Yeah.
And it's working.
It really is.
I'm currently just have his head in a headlock, or his forehead in a headlock, and I'm just petting him.
So the one I'm attacking to is dead.
Yeah.
How far away am I from the second one?
2 steps. You can
2
make it.
steps.
We can make it with a full, beautiful attack.
Okay. I'm gonna take a step back and use lay on hands on myself.
You got it.
Do I have to roll for that? 'Cause
No,
I
it's
No,
points.
it's just something you can do. It's just points per day.
Okay.
Kenny, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on him.
Oh God, not that bullshit.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
point to
save,
make her
right? It's a
die.
save.
Yeah, it's a wisdom save, and he has to roll a d4 and subtract from it.
Oh my God. He fails. Roll damage.
And he's not at max HP. He's gonna take 10.
Yeah, he's dead. Alright. That was a good fight to gauge like how strong the party is.
I jump off before it falls on me.
And how fragile we are.
Because I didn't want to, see, you guys are in a weird phase where there's 6 of you, so I want to use higher CRs, but the same
I can get one
motion,
hit.
I don't want to one-shot you guys.
Right.
Can we loot the centaurs?
Yes, you
I
can.
loot the centaurs.
You find a note in one of the Centaur's packs. You find 50 gold pieces, and you find a note in one of the Centaur's packs from someone named Beatrid, telling them to spread rumors about the Sultan being behind the fires, as wherever they go.
Something's fishy.
Do you think it's someone behind us or someone just looking to take advantage of the situation?
Where's the what's his name? The shopkeeper at?
The shopkeeper ran like hell.
I have no idea.
I assume every other shopkeeper in the immediate area
Yeah,
ran
you
like
guys
that.
created kind of havoc.
I don't know anything about the area, so I have no idea who Beatrice is.
Beatrid.
Beatrice?
Betrayed.
Beatrice.
I do have one question. Do we know how long ago the fires were here?
They've happened in the last 2 weeks.
Okay. Are there still scorch marks on the ground at all?
There were no fires in the bazaar.
Oh, okay.
I gotta go. This is just quick notes.
Oh, this is just somewhere they suggested to look into?
Can
Yes.
I roll an
Okay.
investigation check on it?
Sure.
Okay, cool. 18.
18. What are you trying to investigate? I'm sorry.
The letter.
The letter.
Yeah.
It is written in a hand that indicates the person's original language is not common.
If I lick it, will that do anything?
I no.
Lame.
What
Can
kind
you
of
taste the science? Zoology. Bad idea.
Science tastes
Okay, to be fair, I am in the anthropology field.
also a
that
bad
is a
idea.
thing.
Also a bad.
We do occasionally have to lick things. Mostly to find out if the rock is bone and not rock.
Right.
what kind of wares does that shopkeeper have?
A bunch of copper pots and plates.
Okay.
You gonna guard it till he comes back?
He's the one who abandoned his wares, thinking
Like, you could
I'm
let
not
somebody
going to
do
protect
it.
his
Okay,
wares.
all
That's not my job. I'm there to protect the greater good. I'm not there to protect people's
No problem.
possessions.
I can understand that. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. That's the law of the land. All right.
I protect people. I don't protect items.
Exactly. Good call. All right. Okay. So that seems to be all that was happening in the bazaar. Do you want to investigate the baths or the slums?
I'm up for a good bath.
All right. The baths. The baths are open to the public and only recently constructed for the refugees as a way to keep public health in order. Large step wells go deep into the ground. Steam rises up from the bathhouses fired with charcoal as commoners happily go about cleaning and bathing.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time. Find the sewers. Sewer cover.
Somebody is welding it shut, like while you approach. He waves at you.
Good man.
Got it under control, sir.
Just remember they're kind of burned through the last one, so why not?
Because we're putting extra iron on it.
Is this
Put
in the backpack?
extra iron. Even though.
Where are we?
In the bathhouse.
In the
Okay,
bath.
yeah, that's what I.
They don't want to take a bath. You can take
I'm
a
gonna take
I want a cannonball into.
I'm taking a bath.
I'm gonna wash some of this blood, mostly my own, off of it.
I had centaur stink on my legs.
All right, you guys dive into the bath and wash yourself off. Are you taking your armor off?
Yeah.
I don't really have any armor.
Okay.
I'm
So,
not
I
gonna
have
go
clothes.
into the bath. I'm just gonna watch around.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Do I get this back to?
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's pretty
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
16.
A strange figure is watching all of you from behind the steam curtains.
Does it resemble the?
It doesn't resemble anything human.
Oh, okay.
I want to poke it.
All right. I would like to use.
Only he sees this. So.
I would like to use message Kenny specifically about this thing. Make him at least aware.
I want to get in the bop and just go.
There's a thing peeking out in the bathhouse.
If that's all I have time for.
Ring ring. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, there's some kind of thing, looking at us from over. I obviously point out the direction. Doesn't look human. Or humanoid.
No, it doesn't. I mean, I look over in the direction of the thing. I guess I do a perception check?
It pierces through the steam vents, and you see a bearded devil approaching you.
Oh.
Do you run?
Yeah, well,
Bearded devil?
Yes.
yes.
Do you fight or do you run?
Knowledge religion, right?
Yes.
Roll a 7. So I know nothing.
They're evil, and they're devils.
Well, obviously.
I want to talk to them.
You want to talk to it?
Yeah.
Okay, you can talk to it.
And in Abyssal translated to common, that means.
That means, what do you want, flesh thing?
Hi!
I'm surprised you know its language. It's like, are you working for Beatrice too?
I mean, me and Beatrice kind of go way back.
Roll a bluff check. Deception, I think
Guidance.
it's called.
I have no idea what you're doing with guidance. Add that D4. Add that D4.
What? Deception. Okay, let's do it. 14 plus. Kenny said add a
What you
D4.
roll. Yeah.
So plus 4, so that's 18.
Oh, okay.
Alright!
Why didn't you say so before?
I only just met you.
Oh. So, I can leave now? You're taking over this spot?
No, you're doing a good job.
Okay, he goes back behind the steam curtain, waiting for his next victim.
I made a friend!
So many people! So many people!
Perhaps.
You know what? Because she did that, I'm getting in the buff and just jumping in, letting everyone see it all.
Can I talk to him?
Sure, you can talk to him some more.
I think I'm supposed to take over tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Does that not work for you?
But
Should I come in?
tomorrow's when the fire snakes are burning the bazaar.
Oh yeah, you're right. I was kind of hoping to be there to see that. Is there another day that works for you? Because that doesn't really work for me.
Look, I don't want to stand here anymore. It's kind of chafy.
You know what? Since we're fellow friends of Beatrice, you know what? I will take over for you today.
Okay. I'm gonna go kill something and eat it.
Have fun!
Alright, it turns invisible and walks out. You have saved yourself from fighting a very dangerous CR3 enemy.
I made
That's all she cares about.
My chaotic little self is so happy.
All right.
Chaos.
It's not yet neutral and it's not yet good.
Did everybody hear
It's
what
just
he said?
chaos.
Oh, I heard.
Yes, the fire snakes are burning the bazaar tomorrow.
Yes.
I hope to be there. It sounds fun.
Roll a nature check to determine what a fire snake is.
All of us or just Kenny?
Anybody?
Well, I'm not doing anything.
I guess I'll.
I got a 20.
You got 20? Holy shit!
Oh,
Fire snake is a type of salamander. Salamanders are fire planar elemental creatures, but they are known to live in extreme desert environments.
I want
They're
to
literally
cuddle it.
perpetually on fire.
I want to cuddle it.
fire snakes rule.
Put it on t-shirts.
This might be just enough information to tell the Sultan, so you don't have to do anything else.
Right.
Without even having to investigate the slums.
If we can get to the Sultan.
Can I still cannonball into the wall?
Oh, you can talk to the foreman. The foreman will send a falcon to the guard post to contact him.
Do we want to investigate the slums anyways? I mean,
Just in case.
Yeah,
worst
do you
case
wanna go
scenario,
visit your
we don't get
hometown?
any information.
Not
Best
from
case,
you, told
we
me
get
that.
more.
I was making
Yeah.
slum
He
joke.
retconned
Probably.
it.
No, I was literally making
I
a
spit in her direction and I walk off.
Alright.
Okay, bye. You're no fun.
Even amongst the city of tents, there is an area more vile and filthy that is considered a true slum. The people who call this place home have no chance of ever seeing the inside of Haram. They have criminal records or identifying tattoos, outstanding debts which can never be repaid, or worse, have run afoul of the Sultan himself and been forcibly kicked out of the city.
Okay.
Everyone looks at you with disdain and like they don't want you to be there.
Me?
Everyone looks at everybody that way, and like all the people in the slums.
Oh.
Well, except for him.
There's a big sign with painted in red that says Beatrix Rises on the side of the slum.
Alright, so we're talking about Beatrice later. Gotcha.
Perception. Perception.
Perception check for when you need to see it before you see it.
That's what happens.
Is that one of those skills like alpha?
I got an 11.
Yeah, all felt things.
I did better than that.
Yes, you did.
I rolled a. What is that? Oh, that's like a 20%.
20 perception check.
I got it.
A bunch of seemingly lookouts are eyeing you suspiciously.
I want
Okay.
to intimidate him.
I want
I have
to
an
skip
idea.
barely
Can I
down the street.
intimidate him?
You have the feeling that if you tried to invade, you'd probably try to fight the entire slum. Probably not a good idea.
I don't want to invade. I want to cause a distraction and
any,
barely skip down the street.
Okay,
Are there any people in the slum,
roll performance check.
That's what she should be doing.
like sitting down, nursing any injuries, anything like that?
17.
So you're not doing what?
Like if they're like nursing injuries or they're
No.
no
They're all
one.
hiding in their
My
hovels
face
and
hurts.
not
I
coming
haven't
out.
smiled this much in like weeks.
Alright, you skip down and what you were in a performance check?
17.
Somebody throws a spear at your feet.
Yay! New weapon! Thank you!
You took his spear.
It's mine now.
You get a javelin. Congratulations.
Where do I put that?
Why don't you do me? I got 5 of them already.
I have 4 of them.
So
You don't think
it's
you're gonna get
strength,
anywhere
so
investigating
it's
it.
strength on
Yeah, I
zero,
say we
minus
turn
one.
around and walk the other way.
Does anybody look around here like really
Took
timid
minus two.
looking?
-1.
Timid looking?
Yeah, like very easily.
And then
No,
But very
Murderable?
one.
Does anybody look really murderable around here?
like if they were to be pressed, they would like break and just spill their guts.
No, everybody here is hard as nails.
Okay.
So you right through them. Somewhere for it.
Alright, so what are you guys gonna do? Write the letter or send it?
Go for the letter.
Yeah.
That's
All
what
right.
we do.
Wait.
Ding! You guys level up. Congratulations. You have led to the authorities to prevent the attack on the bazaar and destroy all the fire snakes.
Did I cause an accurate distraction?
Yes, you did.
Sweet.
So, mainly because I need you at level 2 to do the next quest.
I
I
like
don't want you all to die instantly. And
See,
you
we
don't
have to
have
do a side quest.
to make things simpler, you don't have to roll for HP. You can take the median HP roll if you want. If you want to roll for HP, you can, but the median's usually the better way to go
What does
anyway.
that mean?
You just take whatever half of it is, half the dice is, and add 1.
So I get
So D8 would be 5.
well,
Um,
you know,
Which is
1d12
what
and
you would
6.
6 plus. Alright, it
You
is
would
plus
add
your
5
con
to
as
your
well.
HP total.
Oh.
So your hit die is going to be
5
a
plus your
d12.
con.
Everybody help the person next to
Half
you.
of that
Plus my
is
one.
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
plus
Yeah.
one.
Because
So
I don't know.
to
Everybody can roll a D8, or
they
you
do
just
it
have
half
to
one,
do
so
it?
it's just above average.
Okay, so you also have to
It's almost always better to take the half.
You
Yeah.
get 6 more.
Okay.
So you get the 7 plus your constitution as well, so
So-
plus 2, so 9.
I could
So I get
say
9.
20.
that is right. Yes.
24. Or yeah, 22.
Okay.
Yeah, you have 16, which right.
Not
Just
bad
cover
at
the
all.
Like I said, you can roll if you want, but
I said,
Choose
I'm
1 point
tougher
on
than
the
Kenny.
what?
12.
12, yay!
Ding!
23!
He's got 23. He's
Yeah.
almost
Caster
double.
HP, yay!
I have 17.
Yay.
So what else?
I had 12 at level 1.
For
Yeah,
barbarian.
that's wrong.
Yeah, you're not in the same HP.
I'm not sure.
I had 10 at level 1.
Take a look.
Hey, Michael, you
I
want
also
to see
have-
something cool?
Absolutely.
Don't tell anybody.
Of course not.
No, I should have looked.
Oh, sorry, no, I'm at 15 because I have.
I like it.
I'm looking at
Okay,
Dexter
well,
Constitution.
okay.
Mike's just, can I look back now?
You said nobody else to
What
look.
do the birds
Yeah,
get
no.
at level 2?
Birds.
The bourgeoisie.
You get.
Ooh, you get cool stuff.
Ooh, reckless
Open
attack.
the
Amazing sounds.
alright.
So, reckless attack.
You don't get anything cool for
on
level 3,
your
I think.
turn.
Okay.
You
No, she
can-
gets Jack of all trades.
I
Oh.
don't remember what that does.
And
I don't have a book over here, so I can't really help.
You can
go into
for
road.
free.
I'm gonna grab a glass of
When
water
you make
with it.
attacks,
Yeah.
or when you make attacks that round while you are raging, you
Oh
can
yeah.
get.
Okay. My
bonus.
sister is fine.
But
That's good.
everyone who makes attacks on you
Is there another
next
book in the
turn
pile over there?
also has advantage.
That's got monsters. That's not what we want.
Another.
Oh, there's a pile.
Yeah.
On the floor. I forgot about the floor pile.
Second level, you're gonna get cunning action, and your sneak
Where does
attack.
that go?
Just you can put it in features and traits, I guess.
Okay.
So it's starting at second level.
Okay, so you
Your
can
quick thinking and agility allow you to
And
move
then
and act quickly.
add half of
danger
the
You can
sense.
take a bonus action on each of your turns
You
in
have
combat.
advantage
This
on
action can be used
Add
to take
one
dash,
against
disengage,
effects
or
that you
hide.
can see.
So
any
you
ability
get 3 actions
that doesn't already
during
complete
combat. You
Okay.
get a move,
On
an action, and a
So
bonus
basically what it
action.
means, so say you have to do
Attacks take
a
an
arcana
action.
check.
Then move action.
You don't get a bonus
Or
Obviously.
sorry, dexterity
It's a
saving
bonus.
throw.
So
Could be another attack or another
you
move.
go
No,
and
which
add
is like-
Actually does.
I
one,
stagnate,
one.
then I hide.
So say you roll,
But saving
attack,
throws
you get
come
plus
up way, way,
1,
way,
and then
way
you
Yeah.
get plus
Disengage.
Okay.
And hide.
And hide.
That's
So I said, so I can stab them and then run away.
That is all you
That's
get,
what I
actually.
literally just
Oh,
said.
I
And you
thought you
said
just-
no.
I thought you just said them in attack. I was like, no, you don't get
So-
two attacks. But
No.
Do I have to pick
But you
one
can just
or-
One thing I
dash,
got
when
when you were raging,
double
because
move.
you're a barbarian, you get rage
It's when you
damage,
Disengage
which is going to be
is backing
2,
out of
or
the
an
fight.
extra 2 points of
And then
It
damage.
happens anytime that you roll. If there's no,
Thieves'
like,
Cant.
I
But it's
can.
going to be
You
like
can be
that for a
like-
while.
Any of them.
you can be like, hey, roll that,
Wow.
okay, that's
Alright,
16 plus
Yeah,
I was
well,
mostly
one,
just
okay.
seeing what it was
Yeah.
and
Yep. So that's
That's
it.
basically
For you.
Next
Yeah,
For
most
any
melee
of-
classes are
for
fairly
literally
simple.
everything.
at the beginning.
Your
But it
subclass.
cannot be added to the ones you already have plus 7, plus 5.
Next
Okay.
time you look at a subclass, you're kind of more specialized in that direction.
You got it.
And then you also get Song of Rest.
where's that?
Subclasses would start here.
Just put Song of Rest, basically. You can,
So in the plane,
anybody that hears
there
your
are 3.
performance,
You got the
can,
thief,
regain
the assassin, and the
1d6
arcane trickster.
points.
The
So the
assassin
thief
has a trainer in the
In the
in
campaign.
the campaign.
Yeah, the assassin that was talking to you is a rogue assassin.
Yeah.
Thief is the typical thief, what you would expect.
You don't
And
have to play
arcane,
an assassin, but
arcane trickster is like a magic thief.
Yeah.
Or magic rogue. And then there's a couple other archetypes you can use, but those are the 3 that are in the base book. But you don't need to think about that till next level.
True. So, am I coming across chaotic enough?
yes,
I don't know if it's,
delightfully chaotic.
I don't know if it's good. I
So
don't
you
know
gotta
if it's
keep
bad.
it.
Like,
You need
it's
to
not
Song of
bad.
Rest on
We
it.
do have enough time if we run to like 10:30, 11 to get through the entire dungeon I had planned.
That is fine with
I'm
me.
cool with that.
Okay.
And we're good. So.
Are you still okay with that though? 10:30, 11?
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
Do you need some balls?
And then
I have
here, you
Pepsi.
can pass this over to Anthony and Sam if they're still figuring out what's going on.
I think I
You got it.
know.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I am gonna take, because I don't have the money to buy one yet, I'm gonna take pictures and figure out actually. So
I can
still
give
have it
you-
written.
I can send you a PDF of everything for free. This.
What?
I can send you a PDF with everything
I
for
feel
free.
like I had a PDF at one point of it. Oh no, that was on like 4 phones ago.
But
that'd be
I'll
cool.
send it to you. Just remind me when we're done here.
Let's ixnay on the illegal transfer of copyright documents on live
I paid
podcast
for
day.
it.
Well, that's okay, but you paid for one license of it.
I will simply read yours off of your PDF in your possession.
There we go.
She's gonna look at it on my phone. Here.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it's gonna work.
All right.
And then
Are we still
I
waiting
don't
on
think I got
people?
anything exciting. Oh, I got Channel Divinity. That is the thing I get at level 2. I forgot about that.
Yay!
Yeah, I asked my God for favors, and they're like, yeah, I guess.
And then your guy's like, oh yeah, yeah.
Showing you all of my teeth.
Just
Well-
look over like,
Kind of, yeah. More like judgment. Thank you, though.
That's how I smile like a janitor at work now, so he'll leave me alone.
does it work?
No!
Change tactics.
Okay. Channel Divinity
I have
Canada.
tried everything.
Have you tried simply leave me alone, please?
I guess I'm gonna try that. I just don't look at him anymore.
And or, bro, you're creeping me out.
He's nice though.
Also, I don't want to date you. You don't need my number. You don't need my picture. You see me enough at work. The end.
True. We're back on 6 days.
Fun time.
I do not like 6 days.
I like the
Twice
picture.
between rests.
I'm back to working 2.5 days.
I work 5.
When school starts, I'm going to be working literally only 2.5 days a week, and it's going to suck ass.
I work 5 right now. I usually work 4.
Oh, I can only use it once between rests.
Okay. Also, because I'm only allowed to work 29 hours a week, I only work 5 to 6 hour days. So when school starts, gonna have to work like actual 8-9 hour shifts.
I'm already-
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm not looking
10 hour
forward to
shifts
it.
every day.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to being an actual human.
10 hour shifts every day.
I'm just writing down my channel.
Yeah, no.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys each receive a letter by Falcon that one of them is addressed to both of you two, and it has instructions with it not to open it until you enter the city, and with it is a passport to enter the city of Iran.
Do we have to share the passport?
No, there's one for each one.
Where are the letters
Oh,
from?
Is this a separate day as well?
This is the next day.
Where are the letters from?
This is the 2 days from now.
Got it.
Letters. Yours is from Muharrem.
Okay.
Kenny, you have a letter from Kahim.
Yeah.
Michael, you have a letter from Sahir, and you two have a letter from Zil. Oh, and you have you also have a letter from Kahim as well with a passport.
I like that you're the assassin.
Murahim or
Gave you a
whatever?
letter.
Muharrem. It's literally
Alright.
Arabic for warrior.
Alright, yeah, I'm just.
Are you drawing?
I can't.
Yeah. Muharib. Alright, so you guys enter the city with your passport with little help and little fanfare. But you are surprised to see a large crowd gathered around the main thoroughfare bisecting the city as soon as you enter. At first you think it's for some type of parade, until you realize the vast majority of the crowd are armed with rotten fruit and excrement. They fling these implements into the street at a passerby who is paraded naked with a sign around his neck saying, "None are above the law." A member of the crowd explained to you that the person is none other than Prince Zaid himself, who was caught philandering with a married member of the court. His father sentenced him to this shame walk personally as an example to people of the integrity of the royal court. Prince Zaid seems in high spirits despite the onslaught and nods his head as the insults fling at him. "I deserve that," he says. "I'm sorry for bringing shame on my family and our city." Soon afterward, the crowd disperses, and you're left primarily to your own devices. You remember the letters the Sultan gave you to be opened once inside the city.
Yes.
I open the letter.
Not waste any time. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I will go with them in the order that I wrote them. So, warriors first. Scratched on a piece of parchment in a hurry is a letter written with sloppy penmanship and questionable grammar. Oi!
Makes sense.
The Sultan needs you for some meat. Needs some meat from the grinder, and I hear you're thirsty for battle. Well, I've got a job for you. Some of your compatriots have been recruited to head down to the catacombs. I want you to make an example that the city guard is in control, even of the Undercity. Plant our battle standard, which I've left next to your tent, deep in the catacombs, and see if anything comes lurking. Fight it and kill it.
Alright, so,
Bring its head back to the entrance as an example. Pretty simple, right? Then repeat it. Go, plant, smash, kill, display. Simple. Do that and I'll consider making you an official deputy of the watch. If you manage to kill it mano a mano, I'll have a special little bonus for you. But don't get carried away.
Hand to hand?
Yeah. No, like as in one-on-one.
Yes, but it means hand to hand.
Well, yeah. hand-to-hand. So that's Raheem's letter.
Nice, Mike.
Alright,
Alright.
so standard
yeah.
plant, smash,
Yeah,
play.
plant
and
the
then-
battle standard, see what shows up, kill it, bring its head back to the
So where do I have
front.
to plant it at?
It's just somewhere in the catacombs. Somewhere deep in the catacombs where you think something nasty will be hiding. Kaheen's letter. Inside of a scroll tied with leather straps is a letter written in Stoic Roman capitals. It reads as follows. Brothers in faith, though we have different perspectives on the world, I am informed you are a cleric of great potential and seek to enlist you in a quest. Firstly, the Paladins of Light would like to meet with your Paladin directly. There is a certain ritual they wish for him to perform before he is allowed any further into our enclave. For the cleric of your party, we only request they show equal respect to the light as they would any other good deity. There is a matter of particular ritual which dates back to ancient times. Inside the catacombs, there is an ancient temple to a long-lost deity. The city could use all the fortune it could as of late, so the Sultan has insisted we reinstate this sacred duty. If you could not only perform the ritual I have described later in the scroll, but clear a path so the faithful may visit the shrine in the future, I would be grateful. The interior of the catacombs is unknown and dangerous. Even the riffraff of the higher levels avoid the place. I have no idea what lies down there. If you suspect the quest is too dangerous after attempting it, I understand. But if you make it to the temple and back, there will be an ample reward awaiting for you from the Sultan himself. You need not go any farther than the temple. I would hesitate to send someone where even Muharib, the captain of the guard, refuses to go. Go with the light, Kaheen. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Sahir's letter. Inside an envelope with a satin-tied ribbon is a letter on paper in flowing dreamlight script. It reads as follows. Fellow seeker of knowledge. Here at the Great Library, we are always in search for new knowledge and frontiers, but for too far long, we have neglected the mystery right beneath our feet. There is a great catacomb beneath the city, whose entrance you can find walking around the great walls at the outskirts. We seek maps, information about the builders, or anything else in the area which stretches back before the history of Aram. The city, it seems, was built on an ancient ruin, and we know nothing about that history. The Sultan considers it not only a curiosity, for he is a great learned man himself, but also as a tactical necessity, as enemies could potentially exploit the catacombs to invade the city. Enter this dungeon with your allies and return with all the information you can. Beware, the dungeon is full of riffraff who cannot even show their faces in the tent cities. Keep your wits about you, Sahir. Make sense? Alright. Finally, Zill's letter. Inside of an envelope with a wax seal bearing a capital Z is a letter written on papyrus in a dark black ink. Each letter bears an exactness and certainty in its strokes that comes off as almost threatening in nature. It reads as follows. Sisters in deception. Beneath the shiny surface of our fair city of Aram, you will notice an underbelly, a darkness, for in every great light there is shadow. The greatest of lights admit a darkness between the rays that few glimpse and even fewer understand. We are the dwellers in the darkness. We are the assassins. If you wish to join our ranks and serve the Sultan, you will find us in the menagerie ground beneath the shadows of an ancient banyan tree. Simply leave this note in one of the tree's knotholes and we will find you. Do this after you have completed the task for me to test whether you are worthy of the title assassin, or any other rogue subspecialty you so choose. Beneath the city, there are many secrets in the shadows of the catacombs. Many ne'er-do-wells hide here, as well as many of our own kind who seek refuge and shelter. One of our agents, Scheherazade, has sought refuge after a major mission against a crime syndicate here in the city. We have not heard from her in 2 moons and worry for her safety. Go into the catacombs, recover whatever is left of her, or not left of her, and head to the city gates. If you can find out who has attacked our agent and why, all the better. I understand you have several companions with you. They can be tasked with this quest as well, for it is not utter secrecy. You will need them for your mission. With great haste, Zill. Make sense? Cool. Do all of you accept these quests? You don't have to.
I accept.
Okay, so just to clarify, I have the warrior guy telling me to help Mike, because you said I got a letter from him. And then
You got a letter from Kaheen only. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah. He's the only one that got a letter. These two are the only got letters to like just them.
Okay.
So.
Well, when you first said, you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
we
who
only
also
have
got
names.
one?
I'm not
Sam
asking you
had
to.
down.
Okay.
Sam, Anthony,
Yeah.
and I all got a letter from Kaheen then. Or-
Yes.
No, Sam and I got a
So
letter.
they got the letter from the
No,
assassin.
Oh, okay.
we got the same letter. They got the same letter.
Got it.
Yep. Okay. So they want you to perform a ritual in the city, but you can do that after the quest if you want to.
Ritual in the city.
How long does the ritual take?
It's a dangerous one. Let's put it that way.
Oh. Well,
It's a role-playing quest.
Mike's preparing.
I have a tiny thing.
Meat.
I mean, it's one of those things, like, well, what deity does this place?
The light.
The light.
It's just the light.
Basically a sentient flame.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's rumored to be an ancient dragon flame cast by an unknown dragon named Bahamut, because Bahamut has not been seen in eons.
Dragon god.
Yep.
Dragon god made another god, so really, really powerful dragon god.
Yeah. So you guys want to enter the catacombs?
Yes, we're all going that way, right?
Do any preparations?
Oh, yeah.
I have all my preparations already done. I have my holy water, I got my channels, I got my spells prepped. I'm all good.
I promise you will not be boring undead catacombs. It's much more interesting than that.
Oh no, my channel's more interesting than your
Sam and I have
So-
Kitab Minzu.
How difficult would it be to get plate armor here?
Kitab Minzu.
You know what? I'll just let you have it.
I couldn't remember the word for message. Or
You've been transferred here by your order,
Oh,
so you're given an attentive. Because you're going on a mission, they'll loan it to you.
Okay.
It will be yours permanently once you pass their ritual they want you to pass.
Ah, so there's incentive for me to do it now.
Yes. It's called Facing the Mirror, and it's not for the faint of heart.
I'm
okay.
happy.
You can attend the library now if you wish, but it sounds like they want you to do something first.
If I got lighter medium armor, would I lose the unarmored defense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Just making.
Yep. I forgot Barbarians in 5th got that. It's pretty interesting.
I'm proficient in light armor, but I don't think I'm wearing light armor.
Do you want light armor?
Oh wait, no, I have
Yeah,
sun and
you
leather
want
armor
okay.
in
Oh,
Oh, I love this now.
Alright. So our paladin has a little more oomph to him now. And you'll need it, because I'm going to throw some nasty shit at you guys.
What's he at?
Plate armor.
Yeah, you
Oh
got-
boy, okay.
That's what I'm having.
And the shield.
Yeah, okay.
I have sun and leather armor.
I got a gauge on where everybody's at in the party now, and you're going to be fighting a lot of jobbers, but keep in mind it's a lot of jobbers.
Yeah.
What's a
So,
jobber?
jobbers are like mooks. They're just
Moves, just basic guys.
waves of
I like how you're like moogs and I'm like,
What's that word
Waves.
too?
Alright.
Think generic schmuck that you can bash up the
Does anybody else want to do any other preparations before
I'm gonna go
everybody's
first for
done?
health potion. I don't actually know how much gold I have.
Everybody's got 150 gold,
Right.
plus you've got more than that.
I have 515.
Yeah. I just give everybody a starting number of gold, or I don't make them roll for it. I don't care.
I
Yeah, I'll
actually
pick up
got
some healing
600.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for healing.
Well, actually, no,
That's
because I get a
700.
medicine check. I'm gonna pick up a medicine kit then.
How much are healing potions again? 50?
I
I'm gonna say they're 50 a piece for a light
Oh, I
healing
forgot the
potion.
silver center.
Alright, I got 3.
Do I keep the gold that I got from selling those animals last
I'm
time?
getting 3.
Right now,
Yeah,
it's just
sure.
in my pocket.
I had 710 gold then.
Yeah, cool.
and with
Wow.
100 of my 150,
Huh?
So you can't.
would I be able to
Hold on, guys. I'm trying to hear Michael.
would I be able to buy a 100 gold worth diamond
Yes. What do you need it for?
for one of my spells?
Okie dokie.
Yeah,
I
healing potions.
am gonna.
Okay, you bought 3 healing potions? Okay.
I'm gonna go sneakily sell some opium.
In the city proper?
No,
Bad idea.
Oh.
Let's go.
I was like, you're gonna die. Got it?
no,
You saw what they did to the prince. I'm trying to send a message here.
no.
The prince was
But
praying
they
Cersei
won't
style.
touch me.
And the prince was like, yeah, I did it. I'm sorry. So he's like, no big deal.
I'm
It's
gonna
not
pick up
like
some,
you all haven't seen me naked before, is his attitude.
So, he's done this multiple times. Okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna pick up some healing potions as well. Because I
Alright.
only have so many slots.
How much did you say those cost?
Healing potions, I'm going to say they're $50 for a light healing potion.
I'll just get 2.
50 gold, I'm sorry.
I'll buy 3 as well myself.
I feel like I
They're
should.
probably more than that, but I don't care.
I feel like I should buy some.
Okay.
I tend to do stupid stuff in the beginning of the
3 is about the maximum you could reasonably carry on your person, so.
Or 2. I just want to
I'll just.
run
Okay,
out of slots and have.
Well, what is the? Do you know the dice roll or that is off the top of
It'd
your
be
head?
1d8 plus 1,
1d8.
I would say, for a light healing
Oh.
potion, 1d8 plus 1.
I just like having it written down.
I think Cure Light Wounds is 1d8, pretty sure.
Cure Light Wounds is 1d8.
Is it 1d8?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's like plus caster level, I think. Or
Yeah.
something. So it's a plus 1.
Yeah, you should buy some healing potions as well. 1 or 2.
I bought 2.
I don't. It's 2d. No, it's not 2d4. It's 1d8. Unless my additions of D&D are horribly, horribly wrong.
Put
Yes,
1d8
1d8
and
plus
1
spellcasting,
times
okay.
Yeah.
light healing potion.
Whatever.
2d4 is rare in 5th edition.
So count. Right here. Like what I did here.
Alright. So everybody all.
I was buying
All,
one. FYI.
I'm all
Nobody
like
wants any rope? Nobody wants any
I
torches?
came with
I already got that stuff.
Rope, torches, all that stuff. Got
I
see
have-
rope. I'm totally
I have
fine with
I
one.
have the light cantrip.
I
and
have
I'm an
10.
it. Okay, yeah, right. Got it.
Mike, I got 10 torches and
Okay,
50
I'm just
hanging
making
around.
sure.
I'm
Really-
checking.
Feet of silk.
Oh, I get to her one more.
If
Oh.
you need any caves.
James,
Yeah.
we're all forgetting the most important item in any D&D game.
10-foot poles.
Yeah, does anybody have 10-foot pole?
So, the backstory on
I was
that.
like, what's the joke behind this?
I once had sat in front of a game where players talked about what they could do with 2 wheels of cheese and 2 10-foot poles for an hour and a half. After which I threw a book at them and said, if you don't take an action within 30 seconds, I'm killing you with a thunderbolt from the sky.
Now,
Sorry to let it go
if
on that long.
10-foot poles are outlawed as, like,
They're
dangerous.
too powerful.
Yeah,
You
got
can
it.
make carts with wheels of cheese and 10-foot poles. You can also make battering rams and weights to get stronger. Oh, they had like 80 ideas. Because I'm not exaggerating about the hour and a half.
Alright, and if 10-foot poles are not allowed in the city because they are weapons of mass destruction, fine by me.
Exactly.
Alright.
Okay. All right.
Note to self, no 10-foot poles.
All right. So apparently you can find one of many entrances to these catacombs simply by walking around the outskirts of the city walls.
I'm just legit trying to find if we have.
It's just that no one's really wanted to go down there to explore the damn place until
Yeah.
now. So
Cool stuff.
yeah, because
Well,
it's full of miscreants and other
good.
things.
Take a. I'm gonna try and pick up a large piece of parchment or paper
Okay.
and a thing of pens or pencils or.
To draw a map.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
I would like to buy some rope.
And then I look into the bar because she's better stronger than me.
Alright, so the guards tell you that there are 5 entrances into the catacombs. There's one to the north, one to the northeast, one to the southeast, one to the southwest, and one to the northwest.
Can I buy some rope?
Oh yeah, you can just have rope. I don't care.
Oh, cool.
You got it at Bazaar when everyone made away.
It's a hempen rope. almost better than a sealskin rope.
It's not a silken rope.
It's not a silken rope.
I have
Aw, that's no fun for stuff.
James,
Oh, the dragon
I'm also
does
picking
silk
up
rope.
some rope.
No, thank you.
Okay, sure. Alright, you go to Jim's rope warehouse and he throws in free rope with a purchase of a water skin, so you're fine. Alright, so which entrance do you want to go through?
I'm a little bummed I never got to sell my opium to the,
Oh,
To the
yeah,
guys.
you sell off your opium in the outer bazaar and you have to fence it so you only make 300 gold off of it.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, but you have to fence it.
Yeah,
Everybody
obviously.
knows what that means, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so
Okay.
not just doing it myself.
Right.
Thanks. I get it.
Quick question: how long is the rope?
50 feet of rope.
Got it.
So, 7...
Can I get another 50 foot?
You can get another 50-foot rope if you want. I don't know what you need all that rope for.
I have 750 gold now.
Now here's my
He's going on
question.
Boondock Sinks.
How long are we planning to
You
be
and your
down there?
fucking rope.
It depends. What we find.
From the movie
Well, that makes my spell choice very, very easy.
Have you never seen it?
Okay.
Okay, friend of
Also,
mine.
James, before we start going into this, since we leveled up, I just want to make sure this is all okay with you.
Yeah, sure.
As a level 2 wizard, I picked the divination
Yeah.
tool, and that gives me the portent ability. Do you know what that does?
No.
Okay, so once after a long rest, I get to roll 2d20s, and I get to store those 2 rolls and replace them on any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check
That's sweet.
that I see.
Okay.
And
Oh, so not just yours that you
Yes.
see. That's cool.
but it has to be before the roll.
Gotcha.
And just so you know, those 2 numbers are really, really good. A 2 and an 18.
Ah. Cool.
Just wanted
So
to
one
make
of them's
sure.
good.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can
No,
replace.
you can use it on an enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So which entrance would you like to enter through? The northwest, northeast? Sorry, north, northeast, southeast, southwest, or northwest?
I don't want to go through Southwest. They're a
Which
little rough
one would
there.
be more strategically like if something was to come out of it would cause
It's
the
a
most
giant
damage?
pentagon, and they're all the same.
North.
But what I mean by that is like, so are these which entrance is located next to something that if it was to be
Oh,
destroyed,
tactically?
yeah, tactically, like the most.
The north entrance is nearest the city gates.
North.
Yeah, let's go with that one then.
It's the one in the center. Symmetry.
Before you can get to the city gates, as you're climbing around the dunes, you are attacked by an Anubian.
No,
Guys, it is really dumb to wear all black in the desert, let me tell you.
An Anubian is a swirling sandstorm of a creature. Hey, you know what? Fuck the Anubian. I don't want to do that, King Honor. He scatters away and does his own thing. I want to do a dungeon. Wham!
Magically died.
I'll bring the Anubians in later. They don't have any. Anubians.
We looked at the
To
Anubian funny,
this,
and
I
it was just
intuited
like,
and
okay.
runs.
I'll save the Anubian for when I do a pyramid with mummies and shit. I don't want to do it.
Nice.
Alright. The entrance to the dungeon is a featureless flat stone that bears no markings or features. It's almost as if the stone was hewn away by sheer ray of flame. There are no chisel marks or hieroglyphics, indicating the structure is even older than the Abbasid Empire, which was known for vast pyramids and tombs. There are no doors, nor are there frames indicating that doors were ever present. The air from the catacombs is a cool, calm breeze. It seems to sway back and forth as if the entire structure was breathing. Nice sound effect.
heavy breathing intensifies.
What do you guys like? Would you like to investigate the
I'm gonna
entrance?
go to the
for-
entrance and place down the standard.
Oh, you're gonna place it there? Nothing happens.
Okay, I pick it back up.
I'm gonna touch the.
You do that like every 10 feet?
Yep.
I'm going.
I have a map to the temple I'm going to, right?
No.
Oh, I just have to
They
find
just
it.
know it's in
Yes.
there.
Okay. Do I know? I'm assuming it's a temple to the flame or whatever.
No.
Or is it? Oh, it's just a temple.
It's to an
that
elder
lies
god
somewhere.
that they don't remember.
Okay.
That's good aligned.
Okay.
I'm giving you a hint. It's Bahamut.
I'm gonna touch the tip of my staff and cast light on that.
Sure.
I mean, I don't need light, but
You should cast light on the
Perception
human
check.
because it's gonna be going down every 5 seconds.
Perception check?
Yes.
Roll perception check.
21.
21. There is absolutely nothing else of interest here.
Damn.
I'm gonna.
You know that with certainty.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I'm letting you guys roll your perception checks right now. In the future, I will be rolling them. I'm just letting you get used to rolling right now.
Okay. I mean, I see less than you do.
I
but,
should have rolled yours. You're right.
I'm gonna try and use a flat, like walk with the flat surface and try and keep a map.
All right. Right at the entrance, you are met with a fork that goes 4 directions.
I'm gonna go to the center of the fork and place it.
So this entrance comes right over here.
I'm gonna find the spot to place this.
So it goes in 4
It'll be
directions.
obvious where you're supposed to place it. All right. I'll give you a and there you okay.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay. What were you saying, Kenny?
So this just goes in 4 directions.
There's 4 directions that ray out. Like it's a triangular wall, so it rays out 2 here and then 2 there.
I wish to
Because the
investigate.
entire dungeon is a giant pentagon.
I wish to investigate.
Wish to investigate. Okay.
Yes.
Let me see what's down each tunnel so I can give you some information.
Okay. The roll would also be 21. I don't know
21.
how that worked.
You can hear talking coming from both directions.
So all
Occasionally.
4 or just
Both directions, the right and left.
so all 4 tunnels?
No, to the ones immediately to the right and the ones immediately to the left.
Okay.
Not the northern right and northern left. That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
There's four spokes. One here,
Yes.
one here, one here, one here.
Yes.
You hear voices coming from the immediate right and the immediate left.
I understand that. I'm not understanding the immediate left or the immediate right one. Which one is immediately left and right?
Oh.
The ones that you would turn like 90 degrees to go
So
to.
these ones.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Sorry. Having directional
okay.
issues. Also really bad with
It's
left,
a Pentagon-shaped dungeon. It's not typical dungeon. It took me like 2.5 hours to draw up.
Wow. Okay.
Well, with everything in it. It's a very short dungeon, though. It took me a long time to think it up. Alright, so which direction are you guys going to go?
Oh, you found the stuff in which directions?
There was
Right and
talking in the far right and the far left.
Far right and far left. I mean, I'm gonna use like the pen or the charcoal or whatever I'm using for the map as
Okay?
a marker on the walls as well.
The walls break your marker. They're made of solid adamantine.
Oh, I was just using it to just kind of like.
I know, but
Oh, okay.
no mark is left on them.
Okay.
They're magically sealed.
Damn it, Wolverine.
So
Where do you want to go, Sam?
make sure you write the map up.
Yeah. Okay.
That's one of the big problems with this dungeon. You can leave breadcrumbs or some shit, but all right.
Leave one of her candles.
Oh, I do have a candle.
Well,
I have
then the
5
rock would break off on the adamantine, right?
Yes.
Like it would leave a
Doesn't
trail,
leave a
What
scratch.
else do I have?
but it
It's that
doesn't.
hard.
Oh, it doesn't leave any residue from the rock that's
It's
breaking.
magically sealed.
Oh, okay.
Candles wouldn't be a bad idea.
I have 5.
Yeah, I don't really have anything
If
else.
we only have
except
5,
we could
then-
literally leave gold behind.
Well, I mean, because I suppose we could chop them up into like.
I would say leave one because we know we came in that way. Leaving one
Right.
here would be
Oh, fuck!
A rat from the shadows.
Hi, I'm Shady Slim.
Mhm.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, Shady Slim. You have spaghetti on your sweater.
Oh, I do.
Did your
That's
mom
not
make it?
spaghetti.
Did your mom make it?
He gives you a big toothy grin.
I am not like other Slim Shadys.
Oh, so you can't stand up.
I can't stand up. I can only hobble.
Don't you just love when the game master brings in characters because everyone's taking too long? This is almost as good as my other character, Vance LaPlante.
I mean,
You guys need
I'm
a
gonna
guide.
insight check him, but probably yeah. That's like what? That's like a 17
17?
for insight. Yeah.
Oh, he ain't trustworthy at all.
I don't trust him. I haven't trusted him.
I want to poke him in the face.
I'm gonna go right.
I want to
You
poke him in
don't
the
want
face.
to go that way.
I say we go right.
I say we poke him in the face.
I'm going right.
I
What's
say we go
right?
right.
You turn right, and there's another ratling that looks exactly the same as the ratling on the other side. It says, "My name's Slim Shady.
I'm
Don't
poking.
stand up.
You guys need a guide?"
Can you stand?
No, I can just hobble. And
Can
his opposite leg is hobbling. They both point at each other and says, "Brother, I'm sick of seeing you around here."
Your poor mother. Can I poke him in the face now?
You can if you want.
I'm gonna poke them both in the face now.
Alright, you pulled knives on both of them. They're like, whoa, we're not getting violent here. We just want to know if you needed a guide.
No, I just wanted to boop him in the face.
Oh, you just want to stab him in the face? And
No,
that's
I don't
it?
want to stab them at all.
Her finger.
I want to literally just go like this.
Okay, you go boop on their face.
I want to know what reaction would happen.
Let's see what they do.
I'm like, no, I
Ah! Is all they do.
Just like
I'm gonna completely ignore them and just go on my way.
yeah.
Okay.
I would actually like to take a second to ask him, why do we not want to go right?
Because my brother's over there. The other one goes, you don't want to go left.
You know-
my brother's over
And
there.
here I thought they had some kind of actual insight.
I
So we can't trust them.
want to investigate them.
He always lies. Yeah, well, you always tell the truth.
Oh god, these
Oh.
fuckers.
I don't want to deal with any of these. I say we just go right.
18 investigate.
They both lie.
Duh.
I'm going right. I brush past the one on the right, and I just keep going. You guys
Okay.
can come with me if you want.
Okay.
I'm leaving these two idiots to argue. with
He's
themselves.
splitting the party.
I
mean, I'm just gonna like shrug and like okay.
All right.
I already told
Wait,
him
which
I'm going
right?
with
The far right? The middle right?
That's right.
The middle left? Or the far left?
The immediate
Which?
right.
That's right. Just right.
as we
I'm
are
like, okay,
going,
I'm just know what you're talking about.
All
would
right.
anyone who
You guys
is
are heading to the right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You see an entrance and a small fire going to your left up ahead.
We're
He's
left.
gonna die.
Yes.
Just like so, half goes straight and there's left.
Can I scout ahead?
Okay.
Like sneak
Yeah.
ahead?
Yeah, sure.
be sure to check for.
You hear someone saying,
I tried to help, but I make mistakes. I make mistakes.
Oh.
Okay, so
I feel like I've heard
should I roll like
this
stealth or
it's
something?
from Bioshock.
That's right.
Should I roll
This is
like
Bioshock.
Roll what?
should I like roll a stealth or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so 24.
You see a person talking and muttering to themselves next to the fire, but nothing else. You keep going forward, and then you reach the edge of the Pentagon, and it starts angling this way.
Is there like any hiding holes to climb to?
No, it's just a
It's
sheer,
just sheer.
flat, featureless surface that has been
Lame.
unweathered by time. Strangely, give me a perception check.
Everybody?
Just use it. Just going ahead.
Right, it's only a 10.
You still notice this. There's no spots for torches on the wall.
And
Where's this light coming from?
I do have a question.
Just from a fire inside one of the rooms.
Oh no, I meant in general because like clearly we walked down a hallway.
The light is emanating from his staff and his
Okay.
staff.
I do have one question. So the walls are flat and featureless. Is that the
Yes.
ceiling and floor as well?
Ceiling and floor
Okay.
as well.
How high up is the ceiling?
25 feet or higher in some places.
I investigate.
It's literally like a
Not
almost
the
50
ceiling.
feet by 50 feet tube. It's huge.
I don't want to investigate this.
What color is that?
Gray.
It's adamant.
I didn't do that. Oh, I did do that. Or I have it down.
Does anyone care if I go and if I investigate this?
The fire or just further?
I wouldn't go further. I would stay with the group.
You see light up ahead. Daylight.
No, I meant like the guy.
No, I'm just saying,
Further.
like up ahead of you, you see daylight.
Okay.
Well, if there's daylight, I'd say we stay in the dungeon and continue on the path and not deal with the crackhead.
I want to deal with the crackhead. He's talking to the fire.
Do
Fire
what you
burn
wanna
things
do.
down.
Yeah, do what you want to do.
No,
I'm
okay.
not with you. Like,
Okay, I'm coming back.
You stealth back a
Okay,
little
you
bit.
stealth back. Roll
I stealth back. Of course, I'm gonna get a shit stealth roll now. It's not terrible. Alright, 15.
Who are you?
Was that Abyssal?
No, he's just muttering to
Oh,
himself.
okay. Hi! I'm your cleaning lady!
Bad!
No!
Go away!
I'm good at my job, I swear!
He throws excrement at you. Go away!
But it's not Poop Throwing Tuesday!
Sultan. Yes, Sultan, yes. Sent me down here, yes. Said I was bad.
Is
Yes.
it because you're part goat?
Nope. He's a human being.
I was...
You just keep scribbling.
Be gone, you. Shoo. Go away.
I sit
Very
down.
important works to write.
I sit down. I flick the paper.
Written out on and over again is, I tried to help, but I make mistakes.
You make mistakes too?
Leave me alone.
Dude, I do that all the time. It's so much fun.
Leave me alone. You are too strange.
You are the strange one.
Do you talk to demons too? I like to talk to demons. Talking to demons is so much fun. I know Abyssal. Do you know Abyssal?
There's an abyss right over there.
No, not Abyss. Abyssal.
He points over to a large cistern, triangular in shape, that seems to go down.
Is that where your friend that you were talking to was there?
What? You can see my imaginary friend, Quizblog?
Yeah, unlike
Alright.
I don't think you ever to do that name
If
again.
you can see Quizblog, then you.
He got even
What
better.
color is he?
Roll deception.
Sure.
Because I want to figure this shit out. This is happening now. Oh, fuck! It's purple.
No, he's pink, you lie.
It's magenta, thank you very much.
Magenta. More masculine that way.
You're one of them.
Go away, you bother me.
No, it's main genta, the genta that is in charge of all of the gentas.
You bother me.
Can we hear this?
Yes.
Alright, so
I hear everything that's being said.
So I'm just gonna walk over there.
No, don't ruin my
More of
fun.
you. Ah!
Oh yeah, I brought
Alright,
friends.
the
We can
tactical
party now.
one.
This is great. Guys,
He
there's
pulls
the
out a
fist.
knife and is like, stay away from me.
Attack you.
Oh, I know what to do now. I pull out my knife too.
Ah! He drops his knife.
Oh, you
He turns around and puts his hands on top of his head.
I take
He's
his
like,
knife.
you're just like the bandits. Leave me alone.
I thought you wanted to play knife games.
You are like the bandits, leave me be.
I take his knife.
Have I not been tortured enough?
Yeah. Take his knife. I'm gonna poke him.
It's a very fine knife. He appears to be a former assassin.
I'm gonna poke him in the nose.
With your knife?
No, with my finger.
With your finger? He tries to bite your finger in response.
I wanna lick him.
Oh, what?
We're getting really weird. He just throws
Okay,
poop
can
at
I roll to restrain her?
Sure.
Is there a way I can counter
And that's
that?
20.
Alright, you can. You try it, but you get a nat 20.
Yeah.
You got
He
like
pulls you
the
off.
car carried away.
I just wanna lick him. He might taste like weird.
You're weird. Lick yourself. Leave the poor man alone. He's been through enough down here.
I don't even
And
taste
noticing
salty.
his scribblings, I look over and say, "What is it you're writing there?
I made a mistake.
What was that mistake?"
I missed.
And it just keeps writing down. I tried to help, but I make mistakes.
Who'd you miss?
It was the Sultan, wasn't it?
Yes. No, he wasn't trying to. He worked for the Sultan.
He was an assassin. I have his knife. It was a fire knife.
He doesn't
Ask him if he
say.
knows that assassin's name, whatever it was.
Zill. Zill! Zill, 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 Zill. Mufasa, 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 Mufasa.
He doesn't know what you're talking about with Mufasa.
What is he wearing?
He's wearing an all black robe
You look black too?
that's soiled.
And is
That
it similar
is.
at all to the assassin we saw? earlier?
Yes.
I'm having too much fun with this guy.
How long have you been down here?
12 years? See the marks on the wall? He points at nothing.
I did my
12 years.
12 years of it.
What's your name?
What is my name? I don't have a name.
We do not have names.
Zill has a name.
We do not have names.
Can I detect evil on this guy?
Yes.
Okay, I do that.
He's just crazy.
Okay.
Did you come down here with anybody?
Yes.
No.
Can I do
Except
that?
for my invisible friend, Klisbog the Clown.
My eye is trying to kill me.
Can we meet Guzdar?
He's
I'm pretty
magenta.
good.
Sorry,
Where's-
magenta.
There's a cistern there, right?
Yes.
Like in that room.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
guys,
I'm gonna ask for a thing of rope,
Okay.
and I'm gonna grab my water skin,
I want to stand on the edge of it.
and well, I guess the first thing I need to do is
I
cast light.
think she's taking a shower and showing up on the microphones big time. We'll just deal with it.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast. First, I'm gonna cast light on a rock and then drop it.
Okay?
See if there's water in the cistern. I guess.
It goes down, 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 down. Splash! Sink, sink, sink.
Cool. I just
So
want
it's out
water.
of sight.
I just wanted water. So I'm gonna take my water skin and then lower it on a
It's
rope.
literally 400 feet down.
It's too far.
Yeah, we're fine. Unless we tied all of our rope together.
No.
We only have like maybe 200 feet of rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that.
He says,
You shouldn't do that. The Kuato will come.
I take another rock into the cistern.
What are the cool
I take a handful of rocks and I
Stop it!
I
They
take
speak
a handful
Abyssal?
and I chuck them.
what?
Did they speak Abyssal?
Stop it! You'll anger the fishmen!
Do it
I
again.
take a handful and I throw them all.
Ah! He runs out of the room screaming.
I
down the
follow.
hall. He disappears several steps later as assassin training kicks in.
He pulled a golem on you.
Fair,
Maybe a
bro.
Bilbo.
It'd be a both.
It'd be both.
Alright, now I say we leave.
There's an exit on the other side of this room.
I guess we go through.
It's a
the-
triangular room like this.
You said there was a fire
Triangle.
somewhere as well?
Okay.
And daylight?
Yes.
Wait, was he talking to himself or talking to the fire? I want to investigate the fire.
It's just a regular fire.
I mean,
It's like across
salad
the
were happening earlier, so.
It's a regular fire pit, but it's you don't know where he got the wood from. Probably from outside at some point.
I mean, didn't you say there was a daylight up the way a little
Yes.
bit? So
There's two.
So like it's across the room. It doesn't go back into the hallway, right?
Right. Do you want to go to the other exit, or do you want to go back out the way you came?
I think we might as well go through the exit.
When you go to the exit, you see a wall. There's a path leading to your left and a path leading to your right at an angle.
Oh.
You're going to see another triangular room with no light emanating from it on the other side.
And do we still see the daylight?
No, not at all.
you said there was some rocks on the ground.
No, it's featureless.
Kenny just carries rocks with him.
It's like absurdly featureless, like spotlessly clean.
Can we go?
And,
Oh,
you
sorry.
know, like not like something's cleaned it, but like there's no dust or anything.
It's that SpongeBob from the future where everything's covered in chrome.
Gotcha. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
I would say chuck a rock over there with a light on it and see.
Why don't we go down the other
Or we
tunnel?
just
Walk.
walk? Yeah.
Wait, are you guys going towards daylight?
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
Are they heading to the left or to the right?
I think we should go right.
Yeah, right.
Right? Okay, you head right like for a considerable distance, and you see another entrance to a triangular room to your left, and a corridor that continues straight ahead.
Triangular room.
Triangular room, I guess.
It's pitch black inside. What do you do?
I use
Cast
dark.
light.
Wait, can I see with dark vision?
Several vagabonds like recoil at the light and say, we were sleeping. What is it you want?
I could have probably done this without bothering people.
I could have too.
They all look languished and thin, and in the center of the room is a small roiling fire that's bubbling some type of stew.
Oh, that's
It
not
smells
pitch black.
like pork.
Yeah, it wasn't. He just
Came
said it
for a
was dark.
meal.
Nothing else.
Good
pitch
for
black.
a meal.
Meal.
I misunderstood.
Hi, do you have food?
Yes, of course. Partake of our stew.
Is the stew made of your fellow vagabonds?
Yes.
I knew it! Vagabond stew is my favorite.
I recoil in disgust, like, what is going on here?
I get
So
angry.
we won't be having any.
Like,
I get.
then you will be in the stew.
Not if I put you in it first. So rude to your guests. Oh my god.
I kind of want to just intimidate them.
Yeah, I'm gonna intimidate him.
Okay.
I don't know if you're looking in disgust at me or the vagabonds after the it's my favorite.
Both.
So 17. Or you go +2.
Because this is already.
Yeah, they're intimidated.
So it's gonna be good bad.
I got
They pull
21.
back. They pull back to their
17.
alcove, hide in their sheets.
I got 17.
I want to go closer.
I got 21.
Okay.
I am angry.
Okay.
They are eating each other.
We don't eat each other. No. We eat the cannibals.
That makes you cannibal.
Wait. They're not just cannibals, James.
So cannibals.
Okay, what's the backstory on that one?
Somebody bursts into song. People who eat people who eat people. Cannibals.
Yeah.
It's a dinner show!
Once he says that, I resolve to kill them all.
Wait, I do have a question for them. Do you eat the brains?
Yes, of course.
Oh, we have nothing to worry about, you guys. They'll die in like 10 years of like some weird.
But they can eat more people. We have to get rid of them.
Hey, hello, Lacquer Lim 893. Thank you for your comment and thank you for watching.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Alright.
Yay, we have a friend.
But they're gonna get like some mad cow disease in like soon.
Yeah, but the daylight, which means outside world's right there.
So we just
eating
shove 'em in.
people.
Yeah,
I think it might not be the outside.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for listening to our older streams too. Sure, I will do that. Thank you.
So many songs that are great.
All right. So yeah, this is like an inside joke with me and my friends. So it's just a song that we sing that's insane.
I like it.
Yeah. What was it you were down here for?
I'm trying to find a temple.
Well, it ain't this
What was it
one.
for?
Unknown
old
good
god.
god.
An unremembered god. We don't know that.
But I mean,
I need to get my ears checked.
we've been going along the outside wall, so it could very much be daylight.
You heard Mike say
But you said the two.
There's another entrance at the other end. There's another exit at the other end of this point of this other
That's what I
triangular
figured.
room, and you can see daylight coming from slightly beyond it. But these people actually don't seem to be. You detect evil on them, and they seem to be telling the truth. They only eat They only eat cannibals. They don't eat people.
So they don't eat each other then?
They don't eat each other.
don't eat each
And
other.
they don't eat passersby. They only
So-
eat people that engage in cannibalism.
So I think honestly, we should just leave them be because they've eaten some prions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, I said we just leave.
Okay, Kenny, ask them if they know the layout of this place.
Yeah,
I
I'm
bet-
not
I
sure
just-
what I'm doing with the map, and
Beware the circles, they say. The circles bring death.
you mean the giant cisterns full of that are 400
No.
plus feet deep?
Those are triangles, dumbass.
I didn't know it was triangular. That wasn't told. That was
It was told.
Oh,
It was told. It
was?
was during the crazy.
Oh, I was distracted by the crazy.
Just
I was too.
Do you know where a temple might be?
Thank you.
Yes. The temple is home to the Bandit King and his array of bandits.
Okay, where's this band?
Do you know where the temple is?
Like how deep
It
is
is.
this place?
Wait, it would be south of here. So if you continue along the entrance you came into this room, you can't miss it. If you turn left at the next intersection. But avoid the circle on the first left, he says. Avoid the circles entirely.
I have a question.
Except, like, the one that is nearest us seems safe, but yet we don't wish to test it.
That's our place right today.
I have a question. How would they feel about this drug addict's tooth?
Ah, you have the tooth of an opium addict.
It was foretold in our legends long ago that one would bring us the tooth. I will trade you this bit of string for the tooth.
The string of truth.
What kind of string?
It's a golden thread.
Why not?
They raise the tooth up and it is, as foretold, it has come.
I mean, they were friends.
You have a golden thread. What is it? It's like actual gold?
It's just gold lace thread.
Oh. It's worth more than an opium addict.
That's what opium do.
Alright, well, I'm upgraded.
I guess.
Eventually,
Gradually,
I'll
this gold
upgrade
is
the
so
second
So it's
upgraded
just like
to
a
something
piece of
that's
string,
actually useful.
gold lace thread. Like a
Yes.
piece of string size.
Yes.
Gonna keep
pretty much.
upgrading that.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys gonna continue down the hallway or are you
Yeah.
gonna go a different way?
We're gonna follow the direction.
Alright, you
You
continue
guys
down the
thought it was
hallway and to
crazy.
your first left is an enormous copper disc tarnished here over the ground. A great claw has scratched its way across the disc and torn up out the outer wall in one fell swoop. Around the entrance is a script written in Draconic.
I can read it.
It says, all who enter here, the rest is impossible to make out. Nothing is, that's all I can say to you at this time.
You said the wall is torn?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck.
We're not going down here.
No.
So we beware the circles.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what the crazy cannibal guy said.
Hey, throw a rock.
Do not throw a rock.
Do not.
I mean, I'm not going to. They ripped through an adamantine wall.
The claw mark appears to be centuries old. not recent.
We don't know how old this thing is.
The same.
Y'all think I'm crazy, but don't throw that down.
Actually, millennia old. Excuse me.
Millennia old.
Did we
yes.
carbon date
It
it?
hasn't happened in a while.
There's a layer of calcium deposit over it
I can
that's
lick it.
significantly thick.
They said this was
I have
safe.
not
didn't
licked
they?
You're gonna
anything.
get like 10.
Did they say that the one on the first left was safe?
The one on the first left they think is safe, but they don't wish to test it.
I have officially
Can
not
we
licked
go back
anything,
there and grab
guys.
one and chuck them in?
Grab one of the cannibals.
Yes.
Yes.
They're gonna resist you if you try.
That's
It's
not.
also a lot stronger than that, I'm
I'm-
assuming.
There's a lot more of them than there are of you. Too.
Alright, and I'll let them get away with it.
Okay. Are you gonna continue straight, or are you gonna enter through the circle?
Oh, I have more questions about the cannibals.
Sure.
If they don't eat cannibals, if they only eat cannibals, but they don't eat themselves, then they don't eat passersby, do they set an ad in the papers for cannibals?
No, eventually many of the denizens down here turn to cannibalism, and they make it a point to hunt them down.
That's fair.
So
I can get on board with that.
this is the disc they said was they think is safe.
Yes.
Can I go back and get some of that soup? Oh wait, no, they put brains in it. Never mind.
I have an idea. I think. You want to poke something cool?
I get to poke something?
Yeah.
I'm gonna poke it!
Okay. I'm gonna just hold still. I'm gonna tie a rope around her waist. I'm gonna hand it to Kilgore.
Okay.
Go poke it.
Okay,
I'm holding on to this thing for dear life.
I am doing so many checks.
You know, me and him are about
I'm crazy, not stupid.
Alright. So you're gonna do something brave yet stupid?
Yes.
Okay.
I am ready to pull back.
Yeah, we're still going. We're probably gonna finish up at 10:30, 11. Maybe. I don't know. No, I'm not so sure. But we'll see. Okay. Anyway, you head past the circle and nothing in specific happens.
Nothing in specific?
Yeah,
So
nothing
thus-
nothing happens.
I was like, so something specific.
Yeah, you specifically die.
Rock fall.
Nothing happens.
I'm gonna. Do I perception or investigate?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. I'm a perception first. Hope for the best.
Let me. I'm writing down this username here so I can check out their channel later because they were kind enough to check out our channel. So.
Okie dokie.
Lake. Chillin'
Guidance.
893. Okay.
It's gonna be like, give me one of your guys.
Math on that.
Yeah. So that is. Perception is 11.
11 to do what? I'm sorry.
Perception.
It is dead silent here.
Investigate.
There's a solid wall in front of you. You can go either left or right.
We want to follow the direction.
Yeah. Let's pull her back, I guess.
No.
No?
I'm still good, guys.
Do you want to head to the temple first? You're avoiding the temple. Where you're going.
Yeah.
They're not moving. I'm just on a rope.
Yeah, we got her on a string.
Okay.
We're ready to pull her back in case anything happened from that.
All right. You gotta. Nothing has happened yet.
I'm gonna go left and investigate the shit.
You go left, and there's a corner, and you turn. You make a turn to that would be your right. You keep going, and there's an internal small pentagonal room, and there's also a to your what would be your right, and to your left is an enormous golden disc. The disc is covered with skeletons.
We can't see this.
There is something written draconic over it.
I would be able to read it.
So I can't read that shit.
No.
You could come back and grab me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does she know what language it is, at least to know?
Draconic's pretty easy to identify, so you know it's draconic.
You could come back, grab me, and I give the rope to somebody else.
I go back, I take the rope from you, I hand it to you, and then drag you with me.
Alright.
Okay, Anthony, you have the rope now.
An enormous golden disc as bright as sunlight glows here on the ground. Around the entrance is a script written in Draconic. All who enter here shall be judged according to the law.
So I should go.
I mean,
I'm neutral good.
I'm lawful neutral,
I'm a paladin.
so
I haven't had anything but chaos.
I look over at her and I say no.
Is it emanating light?
Yes,
But I'm not
the
good at
script
word
emanates
band.
light.
Was
The
this
disc
the
emanates light as
Was
well.
this the daylight we were saying?
Yes.
Thought so. Alright.
From the inside of the thing, yes. You want to keep going around the perimeter. It appears this is a pentagonal room.
Yes.
Alright, you head around the perimeter and you see an enormous bronze disc shining on the ground. Around the entrance is a script written in Draconic. Those who are stopped here are held by the weight of their convictions. The disc is covered by skeletons.
Held by the weight of their convictions.
Yes.
Oh. So something fell on them?
They're just dead. You don't know why.
they got flunked.
But they're held by the weight of their convictions, which would mean something had killed them with weight. Generally. In stereotype situations.
They got flunked.
Keep going.
Yes!
like
An
all
enormous
those.
silver disc as bright as moonlight glows on the ground. Around the entrance is a script written Draconic. All who enter here shall be pure of heart. The disc is covered by skeletons. What alignment did you say you were?
Neutral good.
And you're a silver half dragon, correct? Dragonborn, right? The disc resonates with you. It
Right.
shines and you shine in response.
So I want to go that way.
You walk through it unharmed.
Don't follow. It wants me.
You're outside the room now.
But I don't want to be in
You
here.
assume that you're supposed to go inside the room for this entrance. So you're already inside the room.
Yeah.
I want to.
Oh.
So I can't follow?
Do you want to try?
I'm just chaos.
You want to try to walk through the silver gate?
Don't
DM
ask
smiles.
It doesn't seem wise.
Not with the DM smirking like that. No.
I mean, there's probably a couple other gates. One
Well, what
that
if
might
I-
be good.
All who enter here shall be pure of heart, it says.
Okay. That is kind of
You steal shit.
for the betterment of the people.
For the betterment of your wallet.
I sell it back to the people and
With interest.
never with interest.
Sold dudes drugs and sold them back to him.
You're also a drug dealer.
What?
You're a drug dealer now.
Yeah.
No, man, I sold that.
Exactly.
To somebody to sell, therefore making you a drug dealer.
That was one time.
I need an action.
I'm going through. I send money
You
back.
shall
to
be
the hands-
judged as you have judged others.
And you are immediately pulled to the ground by immense gravity and can't breathe.
But I don't judge others.
It doesn't matter. You are not pure of heart.
That's fair. Can somebody drag me out, please?
Oh.
You pull the chain, but she won't move. She's too heavy.
Can I go back there and like attempt
To
lift?
push her away,
Yes.
roll a strength check.
Come on.
Better roll high.
Oh! 18. Oh wait.
You can't
I
see
can't
it.
see
Yeah.
them.
Hey, it's above an 18.
19.
You manage to roll her out of the way, and the gravity stops.
Stop.
You take a giant gasp of air as you can breathe again.
Sorry. I forgot that happened when I did that.
Alright, so now I'm gonna go back through.
All right.
Okay, I'll sit here with the skeletons.
I'll be
poke
right
'em.
back.
You reach the last seal as going around the room. An enormous brass disc shines here on the ground. Along the entrance is written a script in Draconic. Those who are not good shall pass no further. The disc is covered by skeletons.
Also no. Don't try it.
I'm still in the other room.
Yeah, you're in the inside of the room.
Yeah, I'm still on the inside of the room. I'm poking skeletons.
Oh, did I go through the silver?
Yes.
Okay, so the bronze is after the silver?
Yes.
Oh. What did it, what
It was more
the
the action of my
Those who are not.
Those who are not good shall pass no further.
But you are good.
I'll pass.
You walk right through it.
Okay.
You exit the room and then you come back in.
Okay, so nothing?
Nothing happens.
Okay, so I passed 2 of the 3. Well, 2 of the many.
Before you.
The only one that responded to you was the silver one.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the silver.
I've got.
Okay.
I think I know what's going on, but
No, you don't. You're not here.
if I wasn't here, if I was here, I would know what's going on.
I'm gonna
You
go
don't
back
know
there
what's
and tell them
happening.
that it's
You
safe
wait in
as
the
long as
room.
you don't go through the
Other gates?
weird gate things.
Okay.
I mean, Pure of Heart could possibly be a paladin.
Lawful.
Oh, it is lawful.
There's one lawful, there's one pure of heart, there's one...
Yeah.
Good.
There's one for chaotic good, there's one for neutral good, there's one for lawful good, and there's one for just good.
I don't even know what chaos I am, just not evil.
I think you're chaotic neutral, if you had to ask me. So none of those are good for you.
Okay.
I can pass through 2.
Yeah.
The 2 that I walked through.
I'm glad to know that my true self is chaotic neutral, because I'm just reacting to this shit as if I really could react to this shit.
Alright,
I'm happy.
you guys enter the room, you explore the perimeter, and you point out everything as you see it.
And then see this one? It shines with me.
Yeah, it resonates with him.
I can't go any further.
Well, I mean, I take a look.
You're inside the room you're
And
trying
it's
to
like,
get into, so.
do you get what's going on here? Because I think I get what's going on here.
I don't quite get it yet.
I'm
Roll a
dancing with a
religion check,
skeleton arm.
Tommy.
Preferably the humorous.
That's a 7.
You don't know.
I
I know you know, but you can't say it. Give me a Arcana check, there, wizard boy.
Oh, 19.
You want an obvious hint, Mr. Diviner?
Yes.
There's one portal for each metallic dragon.
Oh, okay. I figured as much, but I didn't know, like, what exactly was going on with each one. Got it.
I placed my standard.
I know, but my character didn't.
And this is on the outer edges?
Oh, can
Yes.
you use an arm?
Okay, so there's the 5.
I need
Yes.
a humorous to dance with.
Well, what's in the center?
Have an actual humorous. You really think that's going to stop me?
All together. A dragon.
Where have you been?
What is in the center?
You head to the center of the room.
I know.
The air in this chamber is salty, almost as if one were at the shore of a vast ocean. Water can be heard rumbling from a great pentagonal pit at the center of the room. Alongside the pit are 5 symbols at each of its sides, all glow with tremendous magical power. Several bizarre sounds can be heard scaling up the sides of the pit as you are attacked by Kuatoa.
Oh, no!
Am I still in the first room?
Yes.
Alright, cool. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna still dance with these
So there's 4 Kuatoa coming.
Oh,
I'll probably go first.
headphones connected to the neck bone.
Kuatoa are fish people that look like this.
Yeah!
Yay!
I love Kuatoa.
They look so friendly!
They're not friendly at all,
I love
actually.
Kuatoa.
They're pretty insane. Alright, so KT1, he gets that.
The headphones connected to the
KT2,
neck bone.
he gets
Neck bone
that.
connected to the neck bone. Neck bone connected to the neck
KT3,
bone.
he gets
Neck bone
that.
connected to the neck bone. There's 7.
KT4 gets
Okay, Gur.
Alright. Anthony, what'd you get?
Gur.
Initiative.
Like 5?
5.
Yeah.
Sam, what'd you get?
Oh, I didn't roll. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I watched
What am I rolling for?
Initiative.
Crazy chick.
What?
Your dex.
Plus dex.
She got 12.
12. Liz, what'd you get in your initiative roll?
Sorry.
Nothing, because I'm still like 4 rooms
Oh,
away.
that's right. Okay. So you're out of this combat.
I am not in
What'd
this
you get?
combat.
I got what was it, 19?
I'm
26.
singing the bone song.
22. What did you get, Mike?
13.
13. Michael.
12.
12. All right, it goes Kenny, surprisingly. Then Kuatoa 4. Then Kuatoa 1. Then Kuatoa 2. Well, this is not good. Kuatoa 3, excuse me.
My friends think I'm chaotic good. So
Then
everyone else thinks
Mike.
I'm chaotic.
Then Michael.
Aha!
To my friends that will
Then
break into your
Sam.
house to vacuum your floors.
Then Michael, Sam, Anthony, and then Kuatoa 2. All right, Kenny.
Yeah.
They're clambering up the sides of this cistern. What are you gonna do?
Clambering up the sides?
Yep.
Climb, bitch, climb.
I no.
No.
Oh, wow, that hits really hard.
Strange to be fighting sea monsters in the Atlantis of the Sands, isn't it?
It's almost like there's an underwater sea.
Exactly.
I guess I'll find. I'm assuming I can see down the side because
Yes.
they're clambering up.
Yes.
I'm gonna attempt to freak one out by casting Toll of the Dead on it.
Toll the Dead. What a surprise.
And-
He botches. What's the damage?
it's gonna be a D10.
D10? Alright,
Or
I'll
D-
hit. Okay. Nice hat.
Very fast.
What is that noise?
Neck bone.
That is your pipes.
That is some form of water.
Somebody's taking a shower or
It's a
something.
D8.
Again?
What is it? I think
It's
she's
like,
taking a bath.
it's like 3 damage.
3 damage.
But I want to try and get him to grip his head to make him fall.
Okay, I'll see if he does that. He botches, he grips his head, and he falls. He's out of combat. Alright.
Goodbye.
Kuatoa 1 is going to charge towards Kenny,
Go
because
away.
Kenny's scary.
Don't they still have to charge up the side?
Yep.
Clambering.
They spend 1 action climbing up the side, and 1 action making a wild miss at Kenny. It's Kuatoa 3's turn. He's going to do the same thing.
They really don't like you.
I just made one
that
of your
is-
bells.
That is, I really wish she knew that how much noise that was making. That is a 18 to hit. Does that hit
Yeah, that hits. That's the
you?
first
It
attack
bites
hits
you.
me. This
You
is
take
campaign.
3 damage.
Ow.
Oh, sorry, 4 damage.
Ow.
Yum, 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 yum.
Mike, it's your turn.
I'm gonna attempt to kick one off the side.
Okay, you got it. Kick Kuatoa 1 or 3 off the side. Go ahead.
1.
Strength check.
We're still looking for one.
That one, I fall off.
Oh, I'm missing one.
Yeah.
No, you don't fall off. You just trip and fall on your ass. That's fine.
Alright.
Alright, Michael, your turn.
Yeah.
All right.
I tried to do something smart.
So,
You're gonna
Yeah,
I'm
it
going
didn't work. The floor was too slippery.
what ones are?
Guys, I'm trying to focus on what Michael's doing right now.
What are the ones that are in front of us? One-
Kuatoa 1 and Kuatoa 3.
Okay, I'm going to shoot a ray of frost at Kutoa 1.
Okay.
That's a 16 plus 5. Yep, 21.
21 is gonna hit. Roll damage.
Alright. Damage on that one is 8.
8? Oh, you didn't roll
D8.
yet.
I didn't roll. I wish it was 8. Oh, 7. Not bad.
7 damage. Alright. Sam's turn.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh.
What do you want to do there?
I don't know.
So
Do you want to
what's the-
inspire somebody to help them out? Do you want to attack with a melee weapon? Do you want to cast a
Oh,
spell?
I don't want to attack shit because then I'm going to get an attack back and I'm going to die.
Alright, then inspire somebody.
Shit. Who was. Is Liz the only one who's not here?
Yep.
This is the only one who's not there.
So me or Anthony, you.
Or Mike.
Or, yeah, Mike. Yeah, the
Mike,
other Mike.
yeah.
I go with the melee characters if you're going to give inspiration, probably.
Okay.
So one of these two.
Well,
Me or
Flip a coin.
we'll give it to Anthony.
Alright,
Fine.
Anthony.
Awesome.
Alright, and it's Anthony's turn. Good choice. So you're going to Bardic Inspiration on this attack.
Sweet. I am going to throw a javelin at,
Kuatoa 2, the one climbing up the side.
yeah,
Alright, you got it. Roll attack.
7.
7 is a miss.
You lost a jab.
Kuatoa 2 is going to rise up and try to attack you, but it's going to fail because you got plate armor, but whatever. Yeah, that's a miss. Alright, Kenny, it's your turn again.
Okay. So there's one that's like latched onto me, biting me.
Yes.
Inflict wounds.
Okay.
Tag.
Tag, you're dead. Alright, roll damage.
Bad touch.
Roll attack first, actually. You still have to hit him.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Plus wisdom.
Yep.
Plus proficiency. So 5'11".
5'11".
16?
No, 11.
Oh.
It's 11. I was doing math out loud for some reason. I am attempting retribution for 5 damage. For 4 damage.
4 damage?
No, it's 11 to hit.
Okay. 11 to hit it?
Yeah.
You missed!
No.
You missed! End of story. Kuatoa 1 is going to attack you. It's going to try to bite you
just
again.
had to touch it. It was already touching you. How did you miss?
That's gonna, Kenny, does a 20 hit you?
18 hit me, so yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. You take 2 points of piercing damage. And Kuatoa 3 is going to try to attack you since you're on the ground.
Yeah.
It's going to get advantage on that roll. Does a 22 hit you?
Oh, yeah.
That is going to be 3 piercing damage as it bites into you. I don't know why they're not using their spears. Probably because they had to climb up and couldn't equip them. Alright, it's Mike's turn. Get some revenge.
Yeah, it's attached to me.
Yep. Punt it.
You know what? I'm just gonna chuck it.
Chuck it? Alright, strength check. Strength athletics check. It's just not your night, man.
12.
That's a miss.
Did I
Alright.
actually, do something?
You missed grabbing it. It's
So
just
it's attached to me and I'm like, oh god, I missed.
He's laying on the ground.
Alright, Michael, it's your turn. They are fish, so they're really slimy.
Alright, so I was like,
Michael, it's your
I'm
turn.
going to. Was that Kuatoa 1?
That was Kuatoa 3 that attacked him.
I'll just be sure.
And the number 1 is the one I attacked last time?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to attack number 1 again
Okay,
with Ray of Frost.
you got it.
19.
19. That's a hit.
Alright. Why can't I roll like this when I DM?
You know you
All
have
right.
rage, right?
What?
You have a rage too.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we
I'm
go.
just trying to check.
3.
I don't need to make
3 damage. Okay, it is Sam's turn. What would you like to do, Sam? There's only 3 of them left, so
This is
chances
not
are
really
if you
good.
attack one, it won't focus on you because there's 3 people they're fighting.
Okay.
So you can try to attack one if you want.
You're gonna attack user up here.
Okay, well I figured.
Poke him.
I don't
Poke him in the face.
I don't want to have to.
Not
get
really,
that
because
close
they're all
to it,
attached.
so-
So you can use.
You don't got any ranged attacks.
She has vicious mockery, right?
Does she?
Oh, I. Yes,
yeah,
I
she
do.
does.
Yeah, that's
Right,
a free
wanna cast
spell you can
vicious
do
mockery?
every turn
Yeah.
if you want.
Okay, what is it? I don't even.
So it's
You make fun of somebody and it's so bad it hurts them.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
literally
let's
what
do
it
that
is.
shit.
So it's, I believe it's a charisma save,
Yes.
and then if they fail, you roll a d4.
They succeeded. I don't think you can beat what they rolled.
What, a 13?
Yeah, easily beat a 13.
Okay, but you can just
Alright.
keep doing that.
You can keep doing that every turn. Alright.
Um,
Anthony, your
if they fail, they
turn.
also get
Okay,
disadvantage
so-
on their next attack.
There's one that attacked me.
Yes.
Oh, that's attacking me.
How close is it to like the edge of
James.
the pit?
You could kick it over.
Okay, it's wisdom, not charisma. I'm sorry.
Wisdom, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I rolled.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Spartan kick.
Alright, this is Iran!
Strength check.
Alright.
It's still 2 syllables.
13 plus 5, 18.
18 is gonna hit. Roll damage. It's gonna roll a reflex save to not fall off.
That's a D4 because it's unarmed, correct?
Yeah.
4.
4. It goes flying down the pit. Kuatoa 2 is gone.
Nice.
We're not gonna be able
Alright.
to loot any of these things. Do they drop their spears?
I don't think they have anything.
They have
They don't really have anything
Yeah,
anyways. Alright, Kenny, your turn again.
Okay, I'm gonna try and tag him again.
Alright, you got it.
Some inflict wounds. That's even worse. That's not gonna hit.
They're too slippery.
I can't touch him.
Kuotoa 1 is going to try to bite Kenny again. And believe it or not, it's going to miss. All right, somehow it missed you. Kuotoa 3 is going to try to attack Mike. That's a miss. Mike, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna attempt to chuck it again. Okay,
Yeah, chuck it.
Let's do this, okay?
Yeah.
You got it.
You botch?
Yeah.
4.
Not okay. You go sliding the other end of the room. You hit the wall and you knock yourself out.
Night, guys!
All right, Michael, it's your turn.
Night, guys!
Oh. All right.
So every combat, like,
So there's what, 1 and 3 left?
What?
1 and 3?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to attack 1 again.
Okay.
Hopefully finishing it off this time with Ray of Frost.
Okay.
16.
16's gonna hit.
All right.
2 damage.
1.
1 damage.
Chink.
Better than none. All right, Sam, it's
I'm
your
gonna
turn.
put myself to sleep.
Okay, then I'm just doing vicious.
Vicious mockery. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Make fun of him.
Oh, that's right. He has to roll save.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What do you have beat? 13.
I think it's 13.
He beat it. All right, it's Anthony's turn.
How far away is the nearest?
The nearest one left.
Yeah.
That's one on top of Kenny.
Okay. I want to pull it off Kenny and throw it in the pit.
Roll a strength athletics check.
20.
20.
Nice.
It's going in the pit. It falls down.
Anthony, I have been rolling.
And the third one just turns around and slides down the pit after seeing all its enemies just pitch down and start climbing down rapidly. So you guys win that fight.
Woo!
Do I wake up yet?
It's not sticking around for that.
I
Does
jumped
anybody
to
wanna wake
his
me up?
friends.
I kind of got knocked out.
Does anybody want to investigate this room further?
I would like to see if I can wake up.
I'd love to,
my
but I'm
friend
like down the hall and 4 rooms away.
I kind of knocked myself out.
I'm gonna go.
You wake up.
I'm gonna go
after the
collect
fight's
balls.
over.
What the fuck? Apparently I knocked myself out, guys. Sorry.
I'm gonna use the walk to calm down and go collect Ren.
Okay.
Ren can't get through that room.
We
There you
walk
go.
around it.
Oh.
You go through the copper gate because the copper gate's destroyed.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Alright. So there's 5 glowing symbols in the ground beneath the pit. You can smell ocean water coming from deep below.
Well, I already know if there's those things down there.
Yep.
Hi guys. Did I missed a lot of one, didn't I?
I went to sleep.
I threw stuff into a pit.
We just still do fish people.
I went to sleep.
Okay.
That's okay. You'll get it next time.
So the only area left is the temple if you want to head there, and you can kind of guess where it's at from where you are.
Alright, let's go to the tunnel.
Okay.
Okay. And this will make our session end on an awesome cliffhanger if we get through all this, which I'm sure we will. A vast triangular room opens before you. At the center is a large triangular pit from which a continuous gust of cold air emanates forth. There is a large winch here, the height of several men, that would easily take your entire party to turn. From its construction, it was obviously not made for human hands. It is made of solid steel and is untarnished by the ages. Its chains descend deep into the pit below. A large campfire is brewing here, and a group of bandits huddles beside it. In the center, a bandit captain is giving orders. They have not noticed you approach due to the odd way the sound echoes off the walls.
Sneak up on him.
Well, I'm gonna take this. How many bandits are there?
There's 5 and 1 leader.
Okay.
I wish to sneak up on them and
I'm gonna sneak. I'm gonna stealth as well.
Okay?
Do they seem
if you get us caught, there's a thing right there.
awake and attentive, or?
Yes.
It's a lot better, actually. I'm gonna
I'm not
roll
rolling
the
the
bowl
stealth
from
even
now
try,
on.
so.
Yeah.
But my stealth is 19.
Okay? What'd you get?
I haven't gotten anything yet.
I just want to get within range for a spell.
Alright.
Stealth is 15.
15?
Yeah.
You just made it.
Okay, I'm gonna try. First, I'm gonna try to quietly drink a health potion, and then I'm gonna try and cast Bane on them.
I'm going to
Okay.
eavesdrop on their conversation.
Okay. They're talking about their next mark they're going to raid in the desert.
I don't have a listen harder spell or listen harder roll.
No, that you can hear everything they're saying. That's pretty much all they're talking about.
God damn. I'm gonna investigate them because I want to know everything about them. In case we have to fucking fight them.
We're already fighting.
I'm,
We already have to fight them.
like, I'm literally
Yeah.
gonna charge at them because I need this temple. Like, I need to
Okay,
cleanse
okay.
the
I'm gonna cast Bane on the leader and 2 of his cronies.
Okay.
Can I sneak up and slit one's throat?
So they're gonna have to make charisma saves.
Go after the one that he's not going after.
Well, no, this is
Made.
giving them disadvantage on attacks and
Made.
saves.
Fail.
There's only 3 that I can target.
Only 3?
Yeah.
Made, fail.
Okay, which one failed? Was it one of the
Bandit
cronies?
captain succeeded. One of the bandits succeeded. One of the bandits failed.
Okay.
Can I stealth up and slit a throat?
It's initiative time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll stealth up and slit a throat in a
Because
minute.
Kenny broke initiative, so 16.
Awesome.
I wanted to try and get 3 of them debuffed before I did anything else.
Almost a
And I could have killed one of them before you did anything.
Well, they don't know you're there. They only know I'm there.
Sneak attack. Sneak
You
attack.
can still kill one on your first turn.
I'm probably going first again.
I really hope you do, given what I want to do.
Roll the 22. Again.
Well,
Alright.
if I'm rolling for stealth for this kill,
Okay.
I rolled a
Alright.
22 too.
Okay, Anthony.
6.
Yeah.
I have -1 to my
Sam.
dex, so.
Paladin
Okay,
speed.
so what is my dad's
Yeah.
Your dex is the second stat, but it's gonna be the bonus plus whatever you roll on d20.
You roll a d20 and then you
Yeah.
use bonus.
So-
Okay.
10.
Mine-
Liz.
So it's my
Well, 13.
this plus this.
Yeah, it's
Or, wait,
this plus whatever you roll.
okay, so that is
5, so it'd be 8.
yeah. I got an 8 again.
8. Kenny.
I got a 22.
22.
13.
13 for Mike. Michael.
Big fat 3.
3 for Michael. That's more like it.
Right?
Michael, in case you guys don't know, Michael always rolls low initiative.
Oh, I roll low on everything.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm probably
Kenny, it
gonna roll.
goes Kenny.
That
Bandit
sounded like such a
4,
weird like flirt line.
Bandit Captain.
It was like I will roll. Low.
Bandit 3.
I
Mike.
can't do that.
Yay! I go after 3 of them.
Bandit 2. Bandit 5.
No one's seen me yet.
Sam. Liz.
No one's seen me yet.
I'm actually pretty handy in a fight. I've got like a 17 AC.
Bandit 1.
I would like to slit someone's throat.
Anthony. And Michael.
I know.
Kenny, your action.
Yep.
It looks cool.
Well, I'm gonna use bonus action to draw my short sword,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna hit him.
Hit a bandit.
Yeah.
Hit a bandit. Not that hard to do.
It's gonna be a 20 to hit
20 to hit. That's definitely going to hit him.
for 4 damage.
4 damage. Got it. Okay, Bandit 4 hit for 4 damage. Bandit 4 is going to turn around and attack you because you were so rude to attack him. And he is going to roll a 10, so he misses.
He totally misses.
Bandit Captain, however, with a little better stats, also going to attack you. He succeeded on the Bane. He is going to roll a 14 to hit, which is going to miss too.
Yep.
If I'm correct. Bandit 3 has a penalty on the roll, which he rolled a nat 20. So he loses 1d4 off his nat 20.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's 17 to hit. Does that hit?
Yeah, attacker beats it.
Okay, alright, okay. So he is going to roll a 1d6. Well, I wasn't adding their stats right, but whatever. I don't care anymore.
Kenny, why are you tanking? Like, come on, dude.
I have 17 AC.
And he was the only one who...
Alright. That
He
is
screwed
5
my plans.
damage to Kenny.
Yeah.
Mike, your turn.
I am
Alright.
deadly sneaky.
I'm gonna rage, take out my Sissy Smasher,
Yeah.
charge.
Alright, you got it. Rage, Sissy Smasher, charge.
And,
This is my Sissy Smasher!
right, exactly. You
It
get
smashes sissies!
See, you remember.
He understands, yeah.
Yep, I'm going after the bandit cat.
Alright.
so 19.
19 is going to hit.
Alright, so 2d6 is.
2d6 damage. Nice. There you go. You can use those two.
4, 6, plus 3, and plus 2.
So 15.
Yeah.
15 whopping damage as the bandit cam's ribs snap. Alright. Bandit 2 sees that happen and is like, no. Tries to attack you. And he is going to roll a 14 to hit. Does that hit you?
Actually, what does rage give me?
I think it actually tanks your AC.
Yeah, that's why I don't remember.
We'll just say it hits for now to speed things up. We'll check it later. So that's 5 damage. Bandit 5 is going to shoot a crossbow at you.
Now I want Mike.
That's a 16 to hit, so that's going to hit. 1d8. Where's my d8? Ooh, that's 9 damage. 9.
Bonus roll. That increases
Ow.
game level.
Sam, your turn.
I don't know what to do.
So you're
Mockery.
getting
You can
plus
use
2
it as
damage.
Mockery.
Yeah.
That's
Alright,
that
attack.
again.
And since you're level 2,
And
2d4 damage.
You have resistance to taking
So
damage.
choose.
Oh. So I take half damage.
Oh,
So choose a bandit to do it on.
Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Yep.
So instead
Do
of
the
9, I
captain.
take
He goes down, they'll probably run.
Okay.
It runs down. So
Okay,
4.
4.
Alright.
I don't get to
Roll
slit
five.
his throat. I'm gonna be pissed.
Roll damage.
Okay.
Wait, I have roll
Right?
save.
Yeah, you have to roll.
He fails. Roll damage.
Okay.
You roll a d4
Okay.
twice.
So the second level, you get reckless
One.
attack.
Yeah.
2. Give that a real roll. Roll that
Oh
thing.
shit! Sorry.
That's alright. Don't slide it. Roll that shit. Roll it and
like
snap your
that,
fingers.
like that.
Roll snap. There
There
you
we
go.
go.
2 and roll it again.
Roll it again.
Learn how to roll. You gotta roll that shit. 3. 3.
3 is better than 2.
3 is better than 2.
And he gets disadvantage on his next.
Sometimes some people will like throw it across the room and be like
Like craps.
The only one I
Exactly.
don't slide is.
Alright,
is
Liz, your turn.
I sneak up behind one of them and slit their
Roll
fucking
stealth.
throats. 22.
You stealth, roll attack.
Just
Sam.
Roll what?
attack.
Oh, okay. That's,
You have to roll a d20 to do
Okay.
your attack.
is that a plus?
And it's +5, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. 11.
11?
Yeah.
I'll let you hit one of the bandits then.
Cool.
Because I'm nice.
Thank you. Sneak attack. Appreciate
Sneak
it.
attack damage.
A d4 and a d6.
It's over here.
You drop a die.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Drop
rolled it.
die.
She rolled it too hard.
That's okay. Roll it too hard. It's better than rolling it too weak.
And then you add your dex.
Alright, so that would be 8.
8. Bandit 4 is dead. Alright, you just instant come behind and go.
Yep.
Alright. Bandit 1 sees you kill his friend and shoots a crossbow at you. That's gonna be
Can I,
a
like, evade that
14 to
shit?
hit. 14 to hit. What's your armor class?
15.
15. You dodge it.
So you have more
I was gonna say, I also have a bonus move, so...
No, that was your
You
mind.
break stealth when you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to charge the bandit captain,
You got it.
hit him with my longsword, and smite him.
You got it. Smite that shit. He is definitely evil.
14.
Watch the
14
nuclear bomb
to
go off.
hit is a miss.
Ah, darn!
Alright.
That was gonna kill him.
You
That would have
lots of
killed
smite.
him. Nah, maybe.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
got 2.
Michael, you're
Alright, how many are left?
Which is
There's-
2d8 damage.
Yeah.
4 bandits and the bandit captain. There's a lot of them
Alright.
left.
Now, how closely situated are they?
They're all dispersed. Two are over there with crossbows. 2 are engaged in melee combat, and the bandit captain's on Kenny.
Would they be within like 20 feet of each other?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Sleep.
Does that affect us?
Yeah,
the area.
unfortunately, but
But he can. I'm gonna try and position it away.
do I get a save against that? Or
No,
just total
I
damage?
roll 5d8.
You roll 5d8s.
Right.
All right.
Okay. So that.
Yeah, total HP.
That's a typical Michael roll right
Is it
here.
5?
There's a bunch of ones.
15. So
15 damage.
the way it works
You
is
put one bandit to sleep.
Yeah. Dang.
You got one.
I got a 1, 2 2s, 4, and a 6.
All right.
Let
Yeah,
one of y'all
6.
go after that one because I'm not killing someone who's asleep.
Yeah, you just leave him alone. That's all you do. All right. If one of his buddies wakes him up, that's a problem. But usually it doesn't happen because combat's going around so crazy. All right. It is Kenny's turn again.
Smack him.
Smack him.
19
19 to hit hits.
for 7 damage.
7
With a
damage.
short sword.
Nice. All right. Bandit Captain is going to return the favor back at you. He rolls 16 to hit with his scimitar.
Nope.
He rolls. Oh, he gets multi-attack. I didn't know that. He gets multi-attack. He gets to hit with his dagger, which is also going to miss, stupid bastard. All right, Mike, it's your turn.
Alright,
You're useless, Bandit Captain.
I'm gonna attempt to kill the bandit cat.
Okay.
I should have gone after the bandit captain.
I like being in the
I-
boss. It's fun.
7.
7 is a big whiff. The Sissy Smasher swings with incredible force at nothing.
Just
And-
kind of
I just
like,
wanted
There's just a slight breeze
just kind of
after.
backbend out of the way as the City Smasher comes in.
Bandit 2 is going to shoot a crossbow. He botches, his crossbow string breaks. Bandit 5 is going to shoot with his crossbow at Anthony, and that is an 18.
Nope.
Nope, that points off your armor.
What is your AC?
20, probably. 19?
21.
21.
I took
You got
fighting
a shield?
style. I have
Oh, yeah.
shield and I
Ah.
took defensive fighting style, so that's +3.
It's about as high as it can go. on
Tank
that,
it.
yeah.
We can tank if we want to. Alright.
I should buy some armor.
Sam's
Yeah.
turn.
As a
Okay,
barbarian.
so
Like
can I
you
just
do.
do vicious mockery again?
Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
I only have 13.
Okay, the captain.
He fails. Roll damage.
So it's just 2d4,
Medium
right?
armor would
Yep.
get you above
Throw it.
that. Your
God.
Sorry.
armor defense gets you.
Really?
Just throw it in there, dude.
If you bump another stat on at level 4.
She's just really unlucky.
It's
Oh,
just
okay.
weighted wrong.
2 damage?
Combat.
2 damage?
I'm
Better than nothing.
She threw him.
Alright.
Roll this.
Bandit saw you try to put people to sleep.
I'm
Misses.
Oh, thank God, I'm made of glass.
Alright.
I like when they attack me.
Anthony, it's your turn.
You mean,
All right,
you mean your
I
last
am
jump?
going to hit the bandit captain with my longsword and smite him.
Okay, you got smite.
Which is 12, 17.
That's a hit.
Woo! So rolling for the sword damage. 1 smite damage. I did 6 damage.
Oh, that sucks.
That's the
Happens.
shittiest smite ever.
He has 1 more health.
Alright, okay. He's only halfway through his health.
Oh,
Oh wow, he has a lot of health.
I count up when I record health if you're looking at my sheet. It's health sheet calculate better. Because I suck at math. Alright, it is Bandit Captain's turn. He turns around like, who put my bastard to sleep? Miss!
oh, thank God.
You bastard.
Big miss! You are lucky as shit. Alright,
It's like I saw that coming, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually,
That's what it was.
you could have replaced one of those
I could
attacks.
have.
Going after the cat.
Just ignore you for now?
Just get.
You're having a night, huh? Alright. Bandit 2 fires, drops his crossbow, picks up his sword, that's his action. Bandit 5 is going to shoot wildly and hit nothing, and it's Samantha's turn.
Okay, so we're just doing vicious mockery again.
You got it. You rolled a
Go,
save.
Dee.
Point
He
your finger
failed.
and laugh.
He failed.
You can do it, Dee.
Okay.
4.
4.
Hold on.
Disadvantage on their next attack.
So 6.
6.
Go, Dee.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's through the stall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
You
it's
got it.
wait. No.
that's what they
I
had
like
to
that
do.
one.
It's a D4 and then you get an extra D4 at level 5.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Whatever. We'll pretend like we
Yeah,
were doing
that's
it
fine.
right.
Yeah.
Alright,
We'll fix it
that's the
next
way we do it here.
Yeah.
Alright,
Fix
okay.
it in post.
Liz,
Quick and dirty.
I am a person.
your turn.
I stealth attack
Roll
the captain. 21.
That's stealth. Roll attack.
You have an extra D4.
Yeah, the 12.
Oh, I had 20.
12, you miss him somehow. Alright, Bandit 1 is going to attack you, Michael, because everybody hates you right now.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Doesn't matter, it's you rolled a 3, so you're safe. See, your low rolls don't just work for you, they work for me against you.
You specifically, apparently.
Anthony, it's your turn.
So how far away did he move?
They all have focused on Michael now, so they're about,
so I can
they're about
charge
20.
again.
Yeah, you gotta charge again.
I'm gonna charge and smite that guy.
Alright, you got it.
I trust that.
Oh, 14.
14 just misses the
Darn
bang. Michael, your turn.
Alright. I am going to disengage.
Disengage.
Run away!
Kenny, it's your turn.
Okay. Am I still engaged with the bandit captain?
Yeah, no, he left you.
Oh, he
Will
did?
there be a wedding?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I should have given you an AOP, but I forgot.
Okay.
You didn't put a ring on the finger.
Oh, he left
Yeah,
you?
he
Oh,
left
honey,
me.
I'm
He
sorry.
left
fine.
you.
Are they all ganging up on Michael?
Yes, they all gang up.
And I'm running away.
Okay.
He's running away.
Tactically repositioning.
How's the bandit leader look?
He's about half. He looks about half beaten up.
Okay. I am
Little
going to
over
use
half.
my channel divinity on the bandit leader.
Okay.
I'm going to curse him
All
so
right.
that he is vulnerable to all damage until the end of my next turn.
You got it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
All right.
I am
okay.
done.
All right. Bandit Captain's going to try to attack you, Mike, because why not? Let's spread the share of love. But you got disadvantage. I attack roll because
No
of
save.
vicious mockery and because of Samantha. That's a miss.
I hide in the
Mike, your
shadows.
turn.
Alright. Same thing as last time.
Oh.
Smasher to the. Oh,
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll.
It is vulnerable until a single attack hits, so. Hey.
I hit him. I got a 19.
You hit him.
The bandit
You
leader.
you roll, okay, so you roll the damage roll twice and you take the higher result. So you roll 2d6 twice and take the higher result of it.
So 7 and 8.
8, so 8 plus your strength.
8 plus 3 plus 2. So
13.
13.
13.
Yeah, and then my curse fades.
He is really not looking good now. He got smacked by his
Finally hit a guy.
His orbital and his eye shatters, and blood starts spurting from his face.
I don't know. I just see my character pointing at him, and then he immediately gets smashed by a hammer.
Banner number 2 is going to... Banner number 2, who has been totally useless in this fight, charges at you with his sword. He drops the sword mid-charge and just runs past you out the door. He's botched 3 fucking times. He's out. He's gone. He left.
Did he kill
He's not here
himself?
anymore.
Did he kill himself?
I don't know. He's going to summon something. Banner number 5 is going to take... Banner number 5 is going to take a crossbow attack. He hits a critical.
Oh.
I don't know who he was attacking though, so we're gonna roll randomly. Uh-oh, Liz. Wait, Liz, you're stealth, so it's Kenny. You're getting credit. Alright,
I'm just self-attacking everything. And I
That's
made
what
a
you do.
shadow.
Isn't it?
that's what
I
you
am one
do.
with the shadows.
Alright, so that's...
I can
I'm one with the worms.
I can see all of you perfectly. Like, this is way too far.
I can see him perfectly too.
Ooh, Kenny, you're taking...
Not really.
You're taking 14.
I'm down.
Kenny is down. You better revive him. Alright, okay, it is Sam's turn. Somebody better help Kenny. He's in trouble. Pour a potion down his throat or something.
your Song of Rat. Wait.
No.
We're in the middle of combat.
You can run up to him and force feed him a healing potion.
Alright.
Can I do that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one's gonna stop you.
You're gonna draw an AOP from the guy that's above Kenny. Just be careful.
That was a crossbow, though, right?
We're going to
Acronyms
crossbow, so
mean
you're
what?
fine. You're fine.
You
Attack above
run up to
Kenny.
the guy and just.
Alright, you take your whole turn to run up to him and shove a potion down Kenny's throat. It refreshes.
So,
I'll roll for you. 4 HP. So he's stabilized at 4 HP.
Yay.
Alright. It is Liz's turn.
Is
You
the
are
cap-
stealth.
Is the captain still alive?
Yes, he is.
I'm
Try to finish him
self-attacking.
Not for
Roll
long.
attack. Not for long if you hit.
Kastab.
That last attack really hurt.
Miss.
It's a botch.
How are you? Oh, You reveal yourself in D-stealth. All right. By accident.
I'm still attacking.
You hammed when you should have hawned. And you
You do have a
missed.
free action.
You have a free action you can
I do.
And dash.
Yeah.
All right, you run away.
Oh, you saw me!
All right. Bad number 1, now that he can see you, takes up aim at you, Liz.
Oh, that's right. I was hidden for so long.
And he rolls a
I was just making funny faces.
17. Does that hit you?
Fuck yes, it does.
All right. You are hit for 9 piercing damage.
Fuck.
All right. Anthony, your turn.
So
bandit
based
captain
on
run away from me again?
Huh?
Did the bandit captain
Yeah.
run away? Okay,
You run away from you again.
I'm charging him again!
Okay.
Trying this smite thing.
I keep forgetting about AOP triggers. I'm sorry.
What the hell?
Oh
was
my,
that?
nope.
No, nothing.
No.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Michael.
I got
All right. I'm going to shoot a ray of frost at the bandit captain.
All right.
No! Oh no! That's a 13.
13's gonna miss. Kenny, you are dying. Give me a death roll.
Nope, no. He's
Oh, you're not dying. You're
He's not dying
stabilized.
yet.
Give me a life roll.
Oh, okay.
Toll the dead, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, totally casting Toll the Dead.
Okay.
on who?
Bandit
Bandit Captain? What does he have to be?
13.
A 13?
Wisdom,
Wisdom save? He fails.
Yes!
That landed on it. He takes 5.
Takes 5.
And he starts hearing hell spells.
Hell's bells. Alright. That's... Okay, he's like, you're still alive? But he's focused on you now.
I just
he rolls a, I think it's going to hit you, Mike. I'm sorry to say, that's a 20.
Oh, yeah. I'm dead. Bye, guys.
That's not damn.
It's not a natural 20.
Oh, okay.
you are taking half damage, so.
You take 6 damage.
So 3?
So 3. Then he's going to attack you a second time and it misses. Mike, it's your turn. Take down this bandit captain.
Okay, yeah, I'm attacking this thing.
Okay.
Yep.
I missed.
You missed! Oh man, what's going on here? Bandit number 5 is going to charge you with the sword and he crit.
No!
Do you want to replace his roll with your 2?
I have to have done it before.
I will re-roll then. Do you want to replace his roll with a 2?
Yes.
He rolls a 2, he misses.
Okay.
I didn't give you a chance to do your trigger, I'm
Alright.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'll have to remember that in the future.
This is-
Alright.
Okay, so that's my 2
Sam, it's your turn.
Okay, so at this point nobody's dying, right?
Yeah?
Okay, so can I just do vicious mockery on
Yeah?
that? Okay, let's do that.
He got 2, so you succeeded.
Nice.
Gets
Okay,
disadvantage
and
on
what
his
am I
action
actually
next turn.
doing?
One of these.
Just one of those.
Just
Yeah,
one.
just
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
At level 5, you get 2.
4.
4.
It's more damage than the other ones.
Well, yeah, I know.
It's the only
Make
damage.
a bad joke about the bandit captain.
Oh god, I can't make a bad joke.
You have to. You're literally mocking him.
I know, but I can't think of anything right now.
Tell me
Your
it's
Your
20
mother
each.
was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Like, he says, he goes, that's what the school children used to tell me, and and he died.
He died to you.
Yeah, that's what vicious
Alright.
mockery
I
is.
know, he died to him.
The other 2 bandits are trying to cheese it. Do you try to stop them, or are you going to let
Attack of
them?
opportunity.
I'm not
Attack of
stopping.
opportunity.
I'm gonna stop them.
I'll do a hand crossbow shot.
Alright, sure.
Attack of opportunity?
16.
Sure.
Do I get one?
16?
Yeah.
You shoot bandit 5 in the back. Roll damage.
Woo! 8
8.
plus 2.
How much
10.
HP do they have?
I know.
10? He's dead. Bandit number 1 is trying to cheese it. Does anybody else want to try it?
I'm gonna shoot him in the back.
Can
Alright, yeah, sure.
I? Please?
Oh.
Nope. Fuck me.
I'm gonna shoot him in the back.
Sorry.
Alright.
D20 plus what?
D20 plus your
I can't.
dexterity. Roll.
Okay,
I know
so
how
it
you
is 21.
Roll damage.
Damage. So the. What's your dex?
5.
5? 5 damage? He takes a crossbow bolt and stumbles a bit, but he makes it out of the corridor.
I was gonna say, would I be
We'll be
able to
living
do
for a
a
while.
Ray of Frost?
Ray of Frost? Yeah, but you're not going to be able to do enough damage.
Oh,
Stop.
alright.
Then I'm gonna toll.
Eh, what am I
You're going
saying?
to toll the dead on him?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna bend together.
He fails.
Oh,
But you two together, working together, kill him. Because they don't have that much health.
I'm gonna listen.
I mean, I one hit the other guy. So.
Alright.
I lose
So
people.
you have cleared, you find 100 gold pieces worth of stuff. No, just 100 gold.
Stuff.
Of stuff that you can sell for 100 gold, so it's going to give you 100 gold.
Okay.
If it's not each, I'm not gonna write it
Is
down.
anybody gonna pull the chain?
I'm gonna loot all these fuckers.
I'm gonna try.
what is this chain? Do we see where it's going?
It goes deep into the chasm
Well,
below.
this is the temple, right?
Yes.
So then, what's the ritual that I need to do?
It's on the
letter.
letter, yeah.
Pull the chain up.
Okay, then yes.
I'll
It says apparently it's an offering like lowered to the waters that you have to like put back on and relower.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do it then. Mike, you're not touching it. Paladin has to do it.
So we
Everyone
found-
has to do it 'cause
where's
it's-
the
Everyone
spell?
has to do it because it's so big.
Oh.
No, I was just told not to do it. So
I'll let you do it.
Intimidation.
Wait,
I'll
so-
let you do it.
okay.
question.
I guess.
Yes.
Did we loot the guys?
Yes, 100 gold. You
I didn't know if that
gotta-
was just
That's-
laying around or
They're bandits. They're not like
Rich.
wealthy individuals. They
No,
eat
they're
rat.
sneaky bastards.
That's true.
They eat rat.
All right, the winch. I'm trying to hurry up
Feels like
so
you're
that
getting
Sam can go too. So, because I know she's gotta go. So, the winch moves ever so slowly, even with the effort of the entire party. A full rotation takes considerable time, but each turn locks the pinions into place, making it so that the winch will not repel. Whatever is on the platform on the bottom must be of incredible weight. You estimate it will take the better part of a day to pull the winch up completely.
Okay.
I am not strong.
Okay.
You don't have to roll for this; it just takes time.
Yeah.
Halfway up, the chain is now covered in melting ice. Somewhere deep within the earth below it must be exceedingly cold. The platform below is coming into view, but it is difficult to determine what exactly is on the platform, as it is covered in ice. Whatever it is just as large as the platform itself, a considerable size, and it drips with condensation as it grows ever closer. Do you continue pulling the winch?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
All of you have to agree.
Okay, we seriously gotta consider what this is.
I'm not.
It's an elder good deity.
Good?
Are
It's
we
a temple
sure?
of Bahamut.
Yeah.
Which is the elder god of
Okay.
good things.
Of basically
Dragons.
good.
Okay.
And the cleric and the paladin were sent on a quest to perform the ritual.
Right.
But all of you have to agree to pull the winch
Right.
up all the way.
I get to keep my armor, Liz,
Congrats.
which means I don't let you hit.
I generally don't get hit anyway. I don't get hit because I lost a
Yeah.
winch.
Chop for story reasons.
I'm just making sure. Okay. All right.
I am not strong, but go for it.
I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, this is what we're going to end with tonight.
Yeah.
At last, the winch locks into a final position. The platform is brought up to the surface. What you see, your eyes cannot believe. Don't start packing up when I say we're going to go. This is like the most important part of the entire story.
I'm listening.
The bell does not dismiss you. I dismiss you.
Exactly. That's totally rude.
I wasn't cleaning up.
Starting
I
over
was just
again.
moving my dice.
At last, the winch locks into final position. The platform is brought up to the surface. What you see, your eyes cannot believe. There is an adult silver dragon covered with track lines from being electrocuted by lightning. It is coiled around 2 eggs which glow in the frost. As they thaw, you notice subtle cracks forming along the top of the eggs. The adult dragon's eyes open slowly. It utters its last words before its eyes roll back into its skull with death. These are the last of our kin, the last of our kind. Her name is Fida. His name is Shamsi. You must find our brothers and sisters. Find them before it is too late. The 5 will open the gate. The seas must flow, so Bahamut can rise again.
And then dragons.
We got hands!
We'll pick it up next time. Then.
Like spare the dying.
Okay.
It's like way too far gone.
Yeah.
It's been cryogenically frozen and it was killed by Azrak, so it's not gonna live.
Mike's just looking at it. Mom?
So what do you guys think of my little story I did today?
I like it.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Alright, cool.
I missed.
We found Mom, but then Mom died.
I missed inflict wounds twice.
I
Or
missed.
should I say
Smite.
grandma? It's grandma.
It's grandma.
He missed Smite like twice, so don't
And
worry.
that's even great grandma.
Missing Smite
And
hurts
that's
a
my
lot
cousin.
worse than missing Inflict.
Or,
No, inflict wounds is 3d10.
Great cousins
I
are
know,
like, you know,
but Smite
would
is
that
like,
be like
all you got is
great
hell.
uncle.
Yeah.
I don't know how any of that works.
Well, you gotta
Maybe uncle cousins.
plate armor
Uncle cousins.
Yeah, I did get played out around this. So.
and a happy sword.
Alright,
I met new friends.
as part of my continuous improvement game master philosophy, I want to ask what you specifically liked about today's game. Anything in specific that you thought was good?
You had a much more directed story than you usually do.
Well, it's new players, so it did railroad you a bit.
I like the interesting characters. They're
Yeah.
definitely.
This is
They're,
by the way.
they're all unique, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It took me a while to draw that up because I'm terrible at drawing.
Well, at one point, I gave up trying to like visualize it in my head. I was gonna write it down, but I was like, I already.
Kenny started too. And I'm just like,
Well, he was like, okay, turn left. I'm like, I had it up like the one corner, and so
I actually-
just after that crazy guy.
I thought the north entrance was the point of the pentagram,
No.
pentagram, not the flat end.
No.
But it's the when I switched it, I was like, oh, it's the flat end. Fixed it.
I like the crazy guy.
You like the crazy characters?
Yeah.
I have a recurring character that might show up. His name is Ingvar Bandelsnitch, and the funny thing is, he asks you what your name is. You're like, what's your name? You're like, my name's Liz. What a coincidence! My name is Ingvar Bandelsnitch.
What a coincidence! My name is Renmar.
So he's pretty crazy. Is there anything you felt could use improvement in today's game?
No, you let me be a crazy person.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was thoroughly entertaining.
Yeah.
Nobody ever lets me be an actual crazy person.
All right,
I
so
know.
that concludes this episode of Brave Yet Stupid. Remember, we're on every other Friday. Can you guys stop shuffling stuff until after we're done because it's like really loud? All right, every other Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless we otherwise note. So keep track on our Twitter and our Facebook page, which you can find as Brave Yet Stupid, or tweet it at Brave Yet. You can email us at braveyetstupid@gmail.com, and remember, you can catch us here on Twitch TV/BraveYetStupid. If you look for Brave Yet Stupid on YouTube, somewhere you'll find the link to the YouTube. It's a crazy random link, so I can't copy it on the page. I don't have a named link because I'm not Jacksepticeye. So anyway, if you liked our intro and outro music, you can find it at soundcloud.com/James Shibe. That's JamesShaib. That's me. Feel free to download whatever you want. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good one.